Hello, hi, and welcome. Welcome in, everybody, to tonight's live. If you hear a little bit of thunder in the background, don't mind that. It's kind of spooky sounds. Just thundered really loud, or light. Yeah, thundered. Yeah, if that's the correct term. But welcome in. Welcome in. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I do have my two partners in crime with me again tonight, my dogs. So if they make up any noise, I'll kick them to the curb. Kick them out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna kick them to the curb. They'd have nowhere to go. But they're back here. They're hanging out. One's down here. I thought she was in the chair. The other one's back there. She looks cute. Oh, you can't say that dog don't look cute right now. I wish I could zoom into her. I don't know how to do that. I'll have to figure that out for the next live. But welcome in, everybody. I needed to get people in the door. So that's why my title is kind of like titled the way it is. I am fully aware of what's going on with this case. I just need to get y'all in here because we need to talk about it and we need to get educated together on all of this stuff. Also, Bullhorn Betty's on a spiral. She's on a spiral. So we're gonna enjoy some Betty, some good old fashioned Betty content as well. I was going to stream stuff about the Delphi case tonight, but I switched it over because I felt like this was pretty important to get out. Because there's a ton of people, creators that are like, running and with the content, and it's going to get bad before it gets good. So I figured I would try to do my part and educate us a little bit on what is going on with Sebastian Rogers' case. That's what I'm talking about. And the ex parte and all of that kind of stuff. So let me see here. Up here. So basically what happened and what got us here, and let me say hi to everybody. And you know what? I forgot. Solo's in here, right? Congratulations, Solo. Her daughter had another baby, or had first baby, probably. She looks so young. But congratulations on becoming a grandma again. Like that, she sent me pictures. Oh my gosh. Beautiful daughter. Perfect baby. Perfect. And welcome in, everybody. And if you guys, I saw that Mary Beth said something about she commented and it got deleted. Sometimes if you comment too much before the live, like too far in advance, it'll delete the comments before the live. And I don't get that. I don't get why it does that. So welcome in, everybody. Hey, DM. Hey, Cat's Alive. Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Badger Witness. Hey, baby girl. Welcome in, Jill. Hey, R Web. Hey, PKC. Sound of Silence. Welcome in. I'm just going to try to get to the bottom. Hey, Ashley. Country Thang. I was like, is that the name I just saw? I love that name. And you have to say it like that too. Hey, Jonesin, how are you doing? Welcome in. Hey, Kelly, welcome in. You're melting. I know. I feel like it's kind of warm in here tonight too. I got this little fan and it does the job, but it wasn't on me. 96 today. No, it's 76 right now. It's cooling down because of the rain. And we have rain and thunderstorms. It's bad out there right now. So if something happens, I guess we're on our own because I have a generator for 30 minutes, but I don't know where that generator's at. And Vincent's asleep already. He fell asleep on me. He fell asleep on me already. So I was like, okay. So I'm bringing this to you guys because I'm thinking that we can all help each other better understand what's going on with Sebastian Rogers' case. So the other night we were live. It was a few nights. It might have been last night or the night before we were live. And someone came into the chat and they're like, hey, Bullhorn Betty has a warrant, like a warrant or like someone filed a protection order against her. And I was like, what? And they said that Savage was live. So what I did was I went over to Savage's live while we were live. I didn't pull it up. I just went over there and I saw Florida courts or whatever. No, Sumner County courts. So I saw that where she was seeing it from. And I came over to my live and on, my computer, I went to the Sumner County online court records to see what was going on. And it said here, after I spelled her name wrong 3 times, hell, I didn't know her name. I mean, she says it all the time. It's out there. It's been out there for years. But I was calling her Audra and I was calling her Griffith with like TH. So, I'm sorry. I was trying to look under Bullhorn Betty. I guess that's not her name. But she's the defendant in this case, and it says document type ex parte order of protection. and it was issued on 7/26/24. So, and just last month. We're in the first of this month. So today, Jill emailed me. Thanks, Jill. And she was like, "Hey, she saw on some lives that they were showing the same thing, but for Katie Proudfoot." And so I was like, "What? Like, what is going on?" So I just Googled Katie. Like, I just Googled Sebastian Rogers at first because I was like, if something's going on in Sebastian's case, surely Google, it'll be right on Google. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sebastian Rogers' mom warrant or arrest or, something like those lines. And I didn't see anything. So I went over to the Sumner County Sheriff, and that's where I found what it was talking about. Now, I can't get any information on it. Like, I mean, this is all I could get. And I had to scroll down through all of these, and I'll give you this website if you guys want to look it up. It's just the warrant lookup. It's the one that you can get online, so you don't have to download the app on your phone. I downloaded the app, and then I realized you could look at it online. I couldn't find the warrants one online. So it just says on here her age, her date, or sex, race, all that. And it's a warrant type. It's an ex parte. And so, and I'll show you what that means and stuff here soon. Surely here soon, because we're going to learn about it together. But the date that it was received was 7/26/2024. How did that? Now this one said issued. Now it makes sense. Okay, all I needed to do was get on a live with y'all. Okay, so this makes sense now. So it was issued through Katie. Where did I see that at? And then, or I'm sorry, issued, status issued. It was issued through Andra. Okay. I want to go back to this because I had that I had something in my brain. Like that sounded like where it was needing to go. So date received was 7/26/2024 right here. So that sounds to me like, I don't know, this sounds ass backwards to me. To me, this sounds like Bullhorn Betty put one out on Katie, but you let me know what you guys think. I mean, it should be the opposite, but it says date received. So maybe that's the date the sheriff's office received it. And it says 7/26/2024. So when you go over here to her filing, it says date issued. So date received, date issued. Are those like, what do you guys think? Because I think the Katie put one on Bullhorn Betty. I think she went down and she was done with it. She was just done with it. I mean, let me go down to this list. I was writing down things that Betty has stated since, like, all of this has been going on since she went to Tennessee. Well, when she was in Tennessee, she stated she was going to go to their home. She did, actually. She drove around it multiple times. She stated that she has a GUN. She stated that she talked to the cops about what's going on, and they told her to carry her firearm. She was going to buy a new firearm, and to buy that new firearm, she was going to do a GoFundMe for that. So, okay. So that's what it looks. So I think it's just like, I don't know if the issued and the received has anything to do with anything, but to me it might. Oh, hell no, I don't blame them either. I'm surprised it took till now. And I said that the other night when we first went over this filing. It wasn't on a Sebastian live. It was at the end, I think, of a different live. And we just like popped it up. But I said it's going to happen one of these days. One of these YouTubers are going to get something filed on them. Like, and I hope that they stick to it. I hope they do. Because you cannot go around saying these things. And then she said, and then another one, forgot about this one. She said she was going to urinate in Cluminati's yard. She lives in lives in the same town. So or like maybe a town over, but it's just, What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? And welcome in, everybody. Right. Go funny for you. Mm-hmm. Sure was. Yeah. For her second one, she already has one. I don't know why she needs another one. I don't know why she needs another one for who knows. Um, so that is just a rumor that, Katie has a warrant. It's not a warrant as in like a criminal matter, and I never thought that to begin with. Even when Jill wrote me, she could tell you I wrote her right back on before I even Googled anything. I like emailed her because I happened to have my phone in my hand and I was like, and I said, I'd certainly be surprised. Like I was like, I don't think so. Like I was like, because I've been pro Katie and pro or pro Chris over here the whole time, and I'm pro Seth too. I don't like some of the stuff that he does. That's all. And I don't like some of the stuff I guess that Katie, maybe Chris do either. But it's just I don't know. This case is very hard. This is a case is very hard to cover. So let's see. I wanted to show you guys after I showed you all of that the post from Nick Beres because I feel like Nick from News Center 5. I feel like we could kind of rely on him a little bit. He's been the only journalist that I know of that's been on this case like since the beginning, and he hasn't like skipped a beat. You know what I mean? Like he's tried to stay up with the updates and give us updates. Unlike some of the other like national, news agencies and stuff like that. So I did go over when I saw all this. I went over to his, Facebook because I was like, surely he has put something out about this, and he did. Let me refresh the page. We'll see how many minutes ago it was. 20 minutes ago. Wow, that was it? Really? Really? It's only been 20 minutes? Feels like it's been like way longer than that since I've looked at this. It has been longer than that. I swear it has. But okay, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, Facebook, but I know it's been longer than that. Welcome in, everybody. Me too. Pro Sebastian, anti Bullhorn. I like that. That's funny. It would be so nice if he would just come home, or we just knew where he was, or if we would just get some sort of news. I mean, just something. Just something. Yeah, Harley Ryder, I saw that. So that was a video. So I'm wondering if that is something, I don't know. Because she wasn't live. It's really weird. Does anyone else find that weird that she wasn't live? It was a video. I don't know. I wonder if that was like really from today, or if it wasn't from today, if she's just being sneaky. But if she wanted to file something against Katie, let's say like retaliation, she wants to file a protection order against Katie, she would have to go, I believe, to Sumner County in order to file that. Now, I don't know that for sure. I think you might be able to do that online. I don't know. But when I was reading it, it seemed like you had to go online, or I mean, in person to the county to do that. No, Ashley, after the essay and stuff was dropped, I was just like, if I was Sebastian, I'd run further away if that's what happened. Oh, speaking of, this doesn't have nothing to do. It has something to do with Sebastian, but not to do with Sebastian. So you guys remember when I was talking about with Sebastian, what I think could have happened, maybe if this was in the beginning of the case and I'm just staying where I'm at. But I said maybe this was like a school bullying situation. And one night on a live, we actually went over a case. It was a girl her name was Skylar Neese, sorry. And two of her best friends unalived her and hid her for months, hid her body in the woods for months. They actually told the police where she was. They cried with her family. They did all the things. So Rachel, one of the girls, she was denied parole for the second time. And I just figured I'd tell you guys that as like a little side note. She was denied. So she has to stay in there even longer now, which is good. So here Nick says, several of you messaged me after seeing this notice regarding a warrant for Katie Proudfoot. She is the mother of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who is still missing nearly 6 months after he disappeared from Hendersonville, Tennessee home. I know many of you have strong opinions about what happened to Sebastian. That's fine. Hold on a second. This is a different. Did he really? Hold on. Shoot. It's not. Is this a different post? Did he repost this? Yeah, it is. I've edited this post. Okay, so let's read it again. Damn, I shouldn't have refreshed the page. Can we go back to that, I wonder? Before I refreshed it? Like, okay, let me see, because I can. Oh, wait, no, it looks like it was already on there. But he did. Let's see if I can go back. Hold on. Oh, wait, okay. Okay. I'm going to read this. I'm going to read what he had before, and then I'm going to read you what he has now. Okay, let's see. This is, can you guys read this okay on your screen, or do I need to zoom in a little bit? Because he edited this, and I just don't know. That's why I was like 20 minutes ago. Surely not. Okay. So this is what he has now, and it was longer. It was a lot longer before. So, okay. I'm going to read you. Okay, this is all of it. Yeah. I'm going to read you what he used to have. All in capitals. This is just not right. Several of you have messaged me wondering about this notice about a warrant involving Katie Proudfoot. She is the mother of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who is still missing after he disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home nearly 6 months ago. Yes, this warrant is related to Sebastian's case. No, Proudfoot is not under arrest. To the contrary, Sumner County authorities tell me she is a victim in a harassment case. That's right. My understanding is this involves some overzealous busybody who believes Katie is somehow responsible for her son Sebastian's disappearance and has been harassing her. If that's the case, this is simply wrong. All of these nutty YouTube couch detectives need to back off. Katie and her husband, Chris, Sebastian's stepfather, have been thoroughly vetted by authorities, and to date, there is no evidence linking them to Sebastian's disappearance. They are not suspects. They have cooperated with authorities, so leave them alone or face prosecution. I know so many of you have suspicions, and believe me, there can be no other possibility than the parents. What? Oh, wait, that's the way he's wording. Okay, so let me reread that. I know so many of you have suspicions, ... and believe there can be no other possibility than the parents. I understand it is frustrating with no answers, but your gut feeling means nothing without evidence. In the meantime, Sebastian's case remains open and the investigation continues. Call tips into 1-800-TBI-FIND, and he said share. And can I take a picture of this? How do you do that on an iPad? How do you, can you take a, dang, I don't know how to do it. I'll just come back to this if I need to, this video. So this new post says, let's just see what he took out. So he took out all of the stuff about, actually, I mean, he just reworded it, really. He didn't really take anything out, did he? He just kind of reworded things. Volume up and power button. Okay, thanks. For some reason, it's not working on mine. Stupid iPad. Yeah. So no, like, well, that's why I just read SG. I just read what he actually posted. So this is his new post, but what I just read off on my iPad was what he originally had posted. I accidentally on my computer refreshed the page. I don't like that. I refreshed it now because I'm like, what the heck? I'll never refresh without double checking again. Because I did notice, I was like, something's different here. So this is just saying that several people messaged him after seeing the notice regarding the warrant for Katie. She is the mother of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who is still missing nearly 6 months after he disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home. I guess you could say it's been nearly 6 months. So I have this before we watch a little bit of Betty and get our giggles on. Because, Betty is just Betty. Now she is live, and I'm trying to see if maybe she won't be on there for all night. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Because if she isn't, then we can go over there and sneak over there and see what's going on. I'm going to open up this drink really quick. And thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate it. Hey, Aaron, welcome in. And hey, Don B. Hey, Micro Kimmy. Hey, I already said Country Thang. I already said hi to Country Thang. Hey, Andy. Oh, he did take that out. Wonder why he took that out. Probably, but he said something about like so people could. He said that I've edited this post as to not to explore or share unsubstantiated theories. So now they're saying that they're not. He's saying no, they haven't been cleared as much as I said they had been. Like, that's what it sounds like, though. But he was right in his first post when he said that, that they weren't considered as far as like, the police, when they put out all their like information, that they weren't suspects, that all the parents were cooperating with police and that they had searched the home. They had searched the vehicles and all of that stuff and the camper and all that. And I love how Betty, you're going to hear her tonight talk about they need to search the camper. I don't know if it's on this video or not, actually. It might be. But if it's not, she does say that. And I'm like, you think that they didn't check things, Betty? You think that they didn't do all that? I think they did. Vivian, I'm an investigative reporter too. Let me get it. Let me grab my badge. Oh man, I keep forgetting. I have my get out of jail free card. I need to print it out. It goes on the back of my press pass. I got my press pass here. See? Press pass picture of me. It's even got a barcode. I don't know where that barcode goes to, but it goes to something. So Betty ain't the only one that can be printing out press passes around here. I could do it all day. I could get one for everybody. Anybody else want a press pass? I got like 5 more of these. They were, I think, 5 for $1 or something. $1.25. Dollar Tree. So this is for ex parte orders and order of protection, and I figured we'd read through it and it'll give us an idea of what an ex parte order of protection means. So it just says disclaimer: this information is not legal advice. It is for informational purposes only. You should consult a lawyer for legal advice specific to your situation, as each case is different. What is an ex parte order of protection? And an ex parte order of protection is a temporary order issued by a court to prohibit someone from abusing, stalking, or essaying you. You can apply for an ex parte order of protection in circuit, chancery, or general sessions court. You do not have to have an attorney and will not be assessed any court fees. A legal advocate at a local domestic violence or sexual assault program may be able to assist you in filing the order. To locate a DV or SA program in your area, you may call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE or the Coalition at 1-800-289-9018. My sister-in-law, she works for the Domestic Violence Coalition as a case manager, and yeah, she knows a lot about this stuff. She knows everything about this stuff. A copy of the order will be served on the persons who is abusing, stalking, or essaying you. A court hearing will be held within 15 days of service on the respondent. So would that be the 8th from the 26th? I'm not sure if they did exactly 15 days, but Ooh, thunder. Thundering out there. At the hearing, the judge will decide whether or not to give you an order of protection that can last for up to 1 year. Please note that an ex parte order of protection is not the same as a restraining order in Tennessee. The ex parte order of protection allows the police to make an immediate arrest when the order is violated if the person who is abusing you knows about the order. Not messing with the man. I mean, I would do this too. I would do this too. Now, did anybody? No one did this in the Summer Walls case. Nobody filed any restraining orders, did they? I'm surprised because, like, I mean, it was another very high profile case dealing with kids, parents. Oh my Lord, have mercy. And the ones I didn't highlight was the ones that weren't like really, they didn't really go with this one, go with our case. So it says, how can an ex parte order of protection help me? Well, it's just a piece of paper, but some people say it's more than that. An ex parte, and actually it is, because they can get somebody arrested, like lickety split. An ex parte order of protection tells the person hurting you not to abuse, stalk, or SAU, or threaten to abuse, stalk, or SAU, or your minor children. It can also prohibit the person hurting you from telephoning, contacting, or communicating with you in any way directly or through another person. If you and the person hurting you live together, the ex parte order of protection can also make the person leave the shared residence. What if after I get the temporary order of protection, the person who hurt me contacts me, hurts me, or threatens to hurt me? You should call the police. If the person has been served with an order or has actual knowledge of the order, they can be arrested and have up to a stay in jail for 10 days and a fine of up to $50. That's it. That's it. I mean, that part, I don't get that. You got your piece of paper in your hand, you got your protection order, right? And they break that protection order, and let's say they beat the living shit out of you. The most they're going to get is 10 days in jail and a fine of $50. Now, Tennessee is crazy. That's craziness, because in Ohio, we don't play that. We don't play that way up here. We don't play that way up here. Let me tell you. You mess up, you're going in jail for a while. I mean, crazy, isn't it? Yeah, can you I didn't even think, about the, well, I mean, I do think about the reputations now, but think about it, Actually, let me blow this up for you guys a little bit. Why are we all hurting our eyes together? We shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, $50 right here. You should call the police. If they, if they, let me see. Yes, this hurts me. Yeah. Can I be arrested for calling the person or coming around the person who hurt me? No. See, which is weird. Like, I guess that's the difference between protection and restraining orders. Maybe that's why because I'm thinking more of a restraining order. So, but protection orders and restraining orders should be the same, I would think. So it's just crazy. It says, no, the ex parte order of protection is against the person who hurt you. For your safety, it is best that you don't contact or go around the person who has hurt you. Yeah. Please be aware that in some places, criminal charges are being brought against victims who contact or come around the person who hurt them. If you are arrested for having contact with the person hurting you, you should ask for a lawyer. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you have the right to request that a lawyer be appointed for you. Can I contact the person who hurt me and allow the person who hurt me to come around me? For your safety, it is best that you don't contact or go around the person who has hurt you, even if you contact the person or give him or her permission to come around you. The order remains in effect and the person can be arrested for being near you. If the ex parte order of protection prohibits the person who hurt you from coming around you, you should go back to court if you want to change the order and ask the judge to change it. Only a judge can change the order. So no matter what Betty says, no matter what she says, I talked to Katie Proudfoot on the phone and we worked it out. No. We want to talk to Judge, what was his name? Where's he at? Dang it, where is that judge at? See Ron Blanton. Judge Blanton is who we want to see it from. An ex parte order of protection was not granted in my case. What happens next? So if they don't get it, the courts should still have a hearing on the petition for the order of protection. The judge will decide at the hearing if you should receive an order of protection that can last up for 1 year. So, and they're supposed to go there on the 8th. Really? Well, I'm wondering if this is a new video or an older video. Like, I wonder when this video was actually like Betty's was actually like uploaded. I mean, I'm sorry, recorded. Like she's man. Hold on a second. She's just saying, she's like, I don't know. They are not telling me who the party is that has this against me. Well, we all know now. We figured it out for you, Betty. Don't worry. So the video she did today was this one here. Oops. Let me share this over here with you. I don't know if this was I don't know when this was actually recorded though, because this was a video upload. You know what I mean? This wasn't like a live. So this could have been she could have done this video when she was back in Tennessee, you know, when she was there. And just didn't upload it. But she uploaded it today. Yeah. I just don't know when was she in Tennessee? Was she like actually in Tennessee? Because she was just at home the other day. Like 2 days ago. So I'm wondering if she was really even there. Or if this is like her lying, saying she was not there, saying she was there to say she was not there. You know what I mean? Okay, she was in Tennessee. I wonder how long is that from? I wonder how long from like where she's from, like her area to Tennessee is. That just seems like a far trip, right? Oh, okay. She stopped. She stopped for the evening. Okay. Well, if you don't like bullhorns, give this video a like. I don't know. I'm trying to be creative here. But don't forget to like the video for me. And let's see what old Betty had to say. And I'm going to fast forward it through her intro, but I wanted to play the beginning of this.
Use the right lane to turn right onto Audubon Point Drive.
There's Chris's trailer. So by the time you guys even know I'm here, I'm already gone. That's how we roll here on the Bullhorn Betty Show. God bless. From the east.
Actually, I wonder how many of these cases she's messed up on.
East Coast to the West Coast.
One,
we are
two.
Everywhere true crime is. We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are
look at this searching in the woods.
Doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels.
She's in a park. Somebody just walked behind her. That didn't look like another searcher. I don't know why.
We are asking for the public's help. We are searching in the woods. We are doing what it takes here on the Bullhorn Betty channels to find answers to the most alarming cases we have been watching on the news. I can tell you personally that I have traveled this entire country seeking these answers and bringing that content right here to you here on the Bullhorn Betty channels and Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories.
Yeah.
We are happy with the work that we've done. We brought many answers to the public, and we have defied mainstream media in our pursuit of the truth in these cases. We will continue to work. We will continue to fight for these victims, and we will continue to tell their stories here on my channel.
I'm gonna end up getting a clip for the music.
Channels. Importantly, thank you for allowing these victims' stories to each and every one of you, advocating for each of these victims. God bless you. God bless victims. Up. I'm going to have to break the news at some point that I'm not in Florida. Right now, I'm in Mississippi and following a few leads out here. And I decided I was ready to come by and take a look at the Yogi Bear campground and decide whether Chris is here, whether he's been lying to us about his job, whether he even has a job at St. Jude's, and whether his camper is here. Now, I'm unsure about a lot, but
is any of that her business? Is any of that her business? No, it's not. It's not.
I'm 4 minutes away from where he's allegedly camping at. So here you see, there's the Yogi Bear campground. And I'm on foot right now.
Why are you on
I
foot?
parked at a local store, which I'm a patron of.
Just because you went in there and bought a soda does not make it okay for you to park there as long as you want, Betty. I'm a patron of.
Thought we would come here because
through the lens of a stalker. That's what this live should be told. That's what I should actually rename it.
We haven't heard hide nor hair from Katie or Chris.
I will.
And naturally, I want to walk on easements. There's no sidewalks here, so all you can do, well, there's a sidewalk over there, which I'll probably cross the road and walk on the legitimate sidewalk. But there you go. The problem is where he was stationed before. He has a Montana, and I don't see the Montana here. I thought I saw him creeping and parking next to a cabin, which is right here. See the black truck? But I can't tell if that's his or not. There's the Montana, so it is his. So there's the Montana, and it looks like there's Chris's truck hidden away.
Hidden away. How can you
away right there?
What kind of truck is that? Is that a Chevy? Chevy Silverado or something? I don't know what kind of truck he owns, but you can't hide that. It's extended cab even with the second door. Not even the flimsy door that you had to pop out. It's an actual full door. How is he hiding his car, Betty? How is he hiding this thing? Hidden away where? In the open behind the bushes? I thought it was a Chevy or a GMC. I didn't think it was a Ford. I'm a Ford person, but normally I can. But you might be right. See, that's what we don't know what he drives because we ain't stalkers over here. The GMC. Sorry.
I'm here.
My brother had one. Oh my lordy. I had to drive that thing, had no power steering, and he didn't tell me. Oh my gosh, that thing was huge. It was scary. There's no hiding his truck either.
Well, he has a GMC. I thought he had a Chevrolet, so maybe that isn't his. See that it's that one there, it's parked there is a GMC.
I thought he had a Chevy, but
and there's Chris's Montana. So we need to find out if he's parking in another vehicle or if he's parking someplace else. But I was here last night.
Or maybe he's not there.
And he was not at his camper. And it doesn't appear like anybody is at his camper. And it stays that way for quite some time. So there's the cabins and everything like that. And we have new home sites over here. So we do have a lot of different information going on. But here you go. This is the campground right here.
Your camera, Betty.
And there's Chris's RV. And I thought Chris was parking someplace else, but that's a GMC. So unless he's borrowing somebody else's car, he hasn't been staying here.
Now I wonder if there's any other campgrounds in the area, or not even maybe in the area, maybe a little further out, that if they were to move their camper, if they probably get caught on camera, then someone would follow them. I'm just trying to figure out how to get them out of that campground into another campground without any of these people seeing them. Because these poor people can't even go and try to live their like non-existent life right now. Like, and if I hear one more person say, well, they're not looking for their kid, we don't know that. We don't know what they're doing. We have no idea. Bullhorn Betty don't even know, and she's on boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. And she's trying to find it. Like, find Chris, like, where's Waldo?
So what do you think about this new information?
We need to,
as you can see right behind me.
That's what we need to figure out as a community, true crime community. How do we get these people out of this situation with Betty? Other than there is a restraining order, but that's only going to keep her so far. She'll still be right where she's at. She'll count the 100 feet or whatever it is away that you have to be. She will count every single foot.
Is the Yogi Bear campground.
You will have a tape measure and everything.
Here through the week. He hasn't been coming to his camper. I believe they're renting this spot here as a decoy. I don't believe he works at St. Jude's anymore. He hasn't moved. He hasn't come home. He hasn't left. He hasn't. So
she has eyes on the camper as the same time as she has eyes on the house, right? To know that. So, okay, Betty, yeah, you might want to take this video down, girl. Katie, if you're listening to this, Chris, if you're listening to this, make sure you're clipping this and downloading this.
Nobody's here.
Will help your case.
When I go by their house later today, they will be there. I don't think Chris is staying here. I don't know why he's keeping his camper here. It makes me wonder because, they can get a search warrant for his camper, even if it's in Mississippi. And I'm wondering if he's keeping it here to make it more difficult for a search warrant potentially.
They've already searched that thing.
Forensics done.
They have searched that camper, honey. Believe you me. They have searched that camper.
Find that out. I'm not leaving the state of Tennessee without knowing for sure. But I'm here, folks. And I'm sorry for deceiving you, but I'm sure you understand exactly why I had to.
Where is she?
I would not be able to get my work done.
Is this a green screen? Because a minute ago she said she was in Mississippi. Is this a green screen behind her?
With people constantly interfering with my business. This is what we do. We continue to do it over and over again. We fight for these victims. We fight for these cases. And more importantly, we fight for their families when they're being unnecessarily attacked, which is what's happened to Seth. And of course, naturally, I probably wouldn't have worked as hard on this case if it wasn't for bad actors attacking a disabled innocent man that has a disabled son missing. And most likely at the hands of the boy's mother and stepfather, something bad may have happened to him. And for people to be attacking him is disgusting. I'll never understand it, but we do believe that there is true evil in this world.
Okay, so it's okay to say allegedly, probably, possible, allegedly, in my opinion, the mom and stepfather did this. But don't you dare say a word about Seth having anything to do with this. Oh, okay, Betty, I got you. I got you.
World, and I believe part of that evil is right here on YouTube. This is Bullhorn Betty, and I'm in front of the Yogi.
And please never fight for my family. If anything ever happens to me, please don't come near my family.
Bear campground. I have been walking, I have been researching, and more importantly, today, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions to a lot of people in this area, including businesses that have supplies, right? Shovels, axes, chainsaws, anything and everything. I'm going to be talking to local store workers.
Is she the investigators? Is there a crime that happened? Is there a crime that's been committed? Did we not hear? Did we not hear that? I guess there's been a crime committed. She's going to go around to the local hardware. Can you imagine? Just think of your small town if you live in one. If you've ever lived in, If she ever showed up to my local Ace Hardware, named Barney's or something, because it's like it's not even an Ace. If that happened, Betty, if Betty showed up, they would look at her like she's damn near crazy. They would say, honey, who are you? Who are you? And we sold a shovel to him. Who's that? You know, they would just do it. They would just do it to mess with them. Thanks for coming in, Crooked Arrow, and welcome in, everybody. I see you guys coming in. Helen, she went totally crazy. Yeah. Hey, break time. Hey, Kenna. She's going off the deep end. She's floating off of it.
See if they have any information that might lead to the whereabouts of Chris on February 25th and February 26th.
It's been stated that he was at the campground. Didn't they say they saw him like after midnight or around midnight and then at like 5:15?
We are in Mississippi, folks.
It's 3 hours there, 3 hours back. Simple math.
In Mississippi. If anybody hasn't figured it out, my ending Saturday, folks. We are in Mississippi.
She's confusing the hell out of me now.
If anybody hasn't figured it out, my ending Saturday is going to be Georgia. So by the time you guys even know I'm here, I'm already gone. That's how we roll here on the Bullhorn Betty Show. God bless.
That's not how you roll, though, Betty. You're always live, Betty. Come on now.
Hey, this is Bullhorn Betty. So I'm in Horn Lake. I came here. This place is closed. I'm going to have to come back here. But I did want to cut through here to show you that right here is the Citgo, and over here is the BP and the Citgo. I have went to both of those places. The morning crew has never seen Chris or Katie ever. So nobody, they've worked there for a while.
Head south toward US Highway 51 North.
Closing, so I'm going to be looking at that. I need to find gas stations that are open in the early morning. It sounds like these.
Does she have her GPS on as she's walking? She sure does, doesn't she?
Gas stations here close around midnight. So they're not the gas stations I'm really looking for at the moment. But I am under full investigation to try to find which direction Chris Proudfoot went, where he's accustomed to going to. I'm looking for specific answers so I can follow his tracks. Right now, after he leaves home and goes to Yogi, his tracks go cold. We can't find him. Why? That's my major question. Why can we not find Christopher Proudfoot? Why can't we not find his movements on the 25th into the 26th and when he came back here? When he came back here to pick up his camper? And why is his camper still here when he's not staying here? What is the purpose of leaving the camper?
Wouldn't you leave your camper there? Let's say if you're going to be back on your job site soon. Like, let's say you're only gone for you're off. Let's say you still working at St. Jude. We have no reason to believe otherwise. Let's say he's off for the weekend. You're not going to haul your camper all the way back to your home that's being watched by all these people. Risk hauling a camper. I wouldn't even risk hauling a camper right now. If I was Chris Proudfoot, I wouldn't even risk driving a vehicle because YouTubers are crazy. And I could see someone jumping out in front of his car and then saying, oh, nope, you hit me. Like, you know what I mean? Like literally, I could see it. So I would not be driving a camper around neither. Having all these people looking at me driving that. And then what if, what if it is just a couple of days off and then you're going to go back to your camper? Why would you haul it and then that's just craziness. Just take your truck.
Camper here if he's not returning to work. Those are my questions. I hope
we don't know if he's not returning to work. He said he was. He said he already did.
Can find solutions.
Won't we ask Seth when he's returning back to work?
Answers. So I'm making my rounds. I just came here. I didn't have anybody that saw Chris here at all, but I talked to somebody at the customer service desk and let them know to please check their footage from February 26th to March 1st to see if there was any possibility of Chris coming in here. And I told him I didn't need to see the...
That 16, 17-year-old was like, yeah, right, when she walked out. They have no they have no say over their security, I'm sure. I'm sure it's all done internal from another office, from another state, maybe not even in this country. Someone is looking at that from somewhere else. They're not putting a cassette tape in every morning, Betty, in for their system, you know?
Footage, but if they did see Chris on the footage to call.
If Vincent was awake, I'd ask him. I should just look it up.
TBI or the FBI immediately. So we're doing our part around here in Horn Lake, Mississippi, bringing awareness to Sebastian Rogers. We're not going to quit until we find out where Chris was. As you see, I'm here at Home Depot. We just left Lowe's, but while I was walking out, when I talked to some of the people, look what was in the parking lot of the Home Depot. A Texas Roadhouse. A Texas Roadhouse is right back here. And we're still looking for Sebastian Rogers, but I just thought it was pretty interesting. Nobody has seen Chris. It's awfully funny. He's been around here for months, and none of the local gas stations have seen him. His local hardware stores haven't seen him. So I'm hitting out on literally everything today.
So I guess a loss prevention officer could look at it. They could look at it on the spot in case it was like a theft or something, but obviously she's not going there for him stealing. And plus they wouldn't show it to Betty anyway. They would never show it to her. They would show it to just to police or loss prevention.
So far. So I'm going to keep working. He had to have gone somewhere. He didn't just stay in his camper. He had to eat, right? So I'll be hitting some.
So instead of going out there and searching for Sebastian, right? The person who's missing, the kid, the 15-year-old autistic kid that you keep tagging in every single video that you do, no matter what you do it on, you're not going to look for him, but you're going to spend all your damn time looking for Chris Proudfoot. That's what I'm hearing in this whole 18-minute video so far. So far, so good. We've got that correctly. Okay.
Evening places, Apple.
So instead of Sebastian Rogers being on here, it's just say Chris Proudfoot coming to find you.
The Roadhouse, and kind of upper, not McDonald's and Burger King, but I might actually hit those two to see if he has a hankering for fast food. Don't know. We'll find out.
I wonder, let me see. So what was it? Costco in Texas. I don't think they're owned by the same company, but sometimes if they're like companies are owned by the same, like, or like parent companies or something, or they'll have like some malls will have like a contract with certain restaurants, and they'll be outside of those, outside of those malls. It could be something like that, where, like Walmart and Sam's Club are usually beside each other because they're sister companies. Maybe they put, if there's a Costco, because I'm thinking there is like a steakhouse over by our Costco. But I don't remember what it is. We have a Costco card. We just don't use it. We don't use it a lot. We don't really go to Costco. We go to Sam's Club.
All right, guys. So it's been a pretty busy morning so far today. I went to Lowe's. I went to Home Depot. I went to the Yogi Bear campground.
Where's our picture outside of Home Depot?
Did see his camper there. I thought he was hiding his truck, but the truck that was hidden was a GMC, not a Chevrolet. So I'm going to go back and look at his truck make and model again to be precise, but it doesn't seem like he's staying, which I think has already been determined, that he hasn't been staying at the camper. Now, we know he disappeared for 17 hours. I'm wondering right now if he took a cash withdrawal before he left, because it is my belief he would have had to stop unless he took tools from the house. He would have had to stop and acquire some type of tools, whether it be weights, whether it be rope, whether it be a shovel, an axe, whatever the case may be, machetes, I don't know, right? If he had to go back in the woods. Now, up here on Interstate, there is a whole wooded area, really, like literally right around the corner from the Yogi Bear campground. And it actually has a way to get in there, and there's not a whole
anger, it ages you.
Whole lot of
being negative, it angers you. Ages you. Why is your nose so red, Betty?
Other than these cones that are stopping or preventing people from getting in there.
Was she been crying? You've been crying, Betty.
And I'm wondering if that might be prime, because he would have had time. I'm going to go back there today. But again, nobody even knows I'm here in Mississippi yet. And that's going to be breaking probably by this evening or early in the morning tomorrow is when I'm going to break the story that I'm in Mississippi and in Tennessee, because I'm going to be leaving the area whenever I drop that information. So nobody can interfere. My work is already done before we even worry with people knowing where I'm at, because by the time they know, I'm gone.
So she's trying to hide? So, like, is this her running from getting served? This warrant or this, protection order? Betty, are you running from the law?
FAFO. That's all I got to say.
Don't say that, Betty. I don't even say that. And I'm like half your age. I'm just kidding. That's so mean. That was so mean. I'm just kidding. But Betty, you look older. You look older than you should, because you are aging yourself because you're stressing yourself out. And who wasn't in here the other day that said, one of y'all said something about Betty eating on camera, and you said they do it so she can write it off on taxes. I don't know which one of you guys, it was a guy, I'm pretty sure that said it, but I have not gotten that thought out of my mind since whoever said it. Now I'm just like, do I need to have a whole dinner while I'm streaming? Because I will straight keep every receipt for the rest of the year.
Man. How did they hinder my work? They didn't. Damn.
Hardly. I'm nosy too.
So I'm leaving Kroger's now. Kroger out here. There's a lot.
What the Kroger? What are you possibly getting at Kroger? Some groceries and your prescription? They don't sell shovels at Kroger or rope. They sell some dishware. Betty.
A lot of different Walmarts. Maybe he went to Walmart. There's like 3 or 4 different Walmarts around here. So I'm going to hit all the Walmarts, because they've got not only groceries typically, but they've got tools, shovels, and things of that nature. So
Kroger doesn't.
That's a good hit. So we'll see what we can find from the Walmarts around here, but we've got our work cut out for us today. So what do you see behind me is the Walmart on Southern Parkway. We're here now. I already went through their customer service. I've already let them see the photos I need them to see. Everybody's going to be asking their loss prevention department to look into the footage. If they see Chris anywhere in that footage, they've been asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND or their local FBI to report the information. So we are on the scene. We are searching everything. We are bringing awareness to businesses.
Go over to that Walmart.
Help, and we're going to continue down this road.
Betty, go to the Walmart behind you there. Don't worry about the Kroger. Kroger, what the hell? I've never seen a pickaxe or a machete at Kroger. You can get some florals. You can get some florals there. And so, I don't have it in here. I wish I had it now. I'm about to go grab it. I got an olive tree from there. Like, of all the places. I guess that's like going to Publix. If you're in Florida, Betty. Kroger is like a Publix. Same deal.
Until we find something, we got to hit some type of pay dirt. It may take a while, but I'm in it for the long haul. Right now, we're going to the big corporations where there's a lot of employees. So I'm going directly to their customer service department to have their loss prevention search their footage. So hopefully.
Okay. So Betty just finished her live, and I was waiting for her to finish her live. If you guys want to watch Betty's new live, she just did a live. If you guys want to watch it, put a 1 in chat. If you don't want to watch it, put a 2 in chat. But I'm pretty sure everyone will probably want to watch it, because she's got some things to say. We can see where she's at. It says Liarfoots, Sebastian Rogers, Liarfoot, Tennessee. Country Thing said too. You don't want to watch it, the Country Thing? We'll speed her up a little bit. Oh, okay. Let's see. All right. She's just going to probably just finish it out here saying, not much. The other day, she mentioned Sebastian's name one time in the stream. And I need to figure out how to like go to the transcripts and see exactly when like words are said. You could type it in. I don't know how to do that. I know how to get to the transcripts. I just don't know how to type in the words. All right, let's see what she's got to say.
In the state,
Betty, you look rough.
Since the beginning of this week. So prior to me even knowing this stuff goes on. Now, people are passing around that Katie has a warrant for her arrest, and that's what it looks like because it has her date of birth, her height, her weight, and an ex parte warrant.
It does not have her height, no. What did it have on there? It has her age, her sex, her race, and that's it. Doesn't have her height and weight on there, Betty.
I have an order of protection all on the same day. Through to set it up now, so we'll just have to keep going.
Her internet sucks.
Because once I get back to the house, I have to ask the judge. Like the judge is going to ask her, has she came around you?
Or maybe that's my internet, is it? Shouldn't be. Maybe it is. Because there is storms going. Like maybe that's my internet.
Served. And I haven't been in the state since the beginning of this week. So prior to me even knowing this stuff goes on. Now, people are passing around that Katie has a warrant for her arrest, and that's what it looks like because it has her date of birth, her height, her weight, and an ex parte warrant. I have an order of protection all on the same day. Through to set it up now, so we'll just have to keep going.
It's hers, I think. Yeah.
Because once I get back to the house, which I'm not. I'm on my own channel with my own commentary. I'm doing my own investigative reporting. And so I don't know if it's for me or if it's for her, but either way, it doesn't really matter. The first opportunity to arrest me is going to be on the vigil. And
well, if it's, she said, I don't know if it's for me or for her. You would know surely if you're the one that put the protection order out against her, Betty. Come on now, Betty.
Whatever the case may be.
Her internet sucks. I don't think that's mine.
Going after there's some serious damages because you cannot sit there and violate somebody's constitutional rights of freedom.
It's not mine.
I can't even hardly see chat. No, it wasn't spinning. I was trying to set up my Wi-Fi. So I don't know what they're.
Okay, yeah, that was her. So I think she fixed it.
What games they're playing, but I have to think that this is the hate channels giving them advice instead of law firms giving them advice. Because if it was law firms, they would have went through an attorney, which she didn't do. It doesn't really matter because
we don't have to go through an attorney. We just learned that in our class under ex parte protections.
Deal with this when I get to the court, and believe me, there's going to be a lawsuit. Against Katie with a immediate and emergency injunction because what she's doing is she's violating the law, and she can't say I harassed her one bit.
She said lawsuit.
I've never even spoken to the lady. I have never even been within 500
Those
feet
captions
of this
aren't available. It sucks.
Okay, this is a flat out lie. So I don't know. She can't sit there and say I'm harassing her by talking about her on my channel. And she can't say that I'm harassing her by going to Walmart now.
She absolutely can.
Asking him to look for her son. So
you weren't going to Walmart asking about her son. You were going to Walmart asking if they had any video of Chris Proudfoot there shopping for shovels and pickaxes or a machete.
Whatever game she's playing, she's got to have her ass burnt.
Did she forget what she says?
Katie has a warrant. Smiley showed it. That's what I was saying. But Nick Beres wrote this thing, which he deleted, stating that it was for this harassment. I've got an order of protection that's being delivered to me for this horse shit. I don't even know who it's from, whether it's Katie or whether it's somebody else. But if it's Katie and she just lied under oath to get an order of protection, then she's got some problems because you can't lie under oath. It is a class A misdemeanor to lie under oath. And there's no way she could ever say that I am a threat to her. I've never been within 500 feet of this lady.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning of the live, what I said. Okay. Betty has stated that she was going to go to their home, and Betty did go to their home. She drove around their home. She's been all around the camper. We all know that. She stated that she has a GUN. She does have a GUN and a permit for it. She said that she's talked to the cops and the investigators there, and they told her to carry for her protection. She stated that she was going to go buy a new firearm. And when she was going to go buy it, she was going to buy it with GoFundMe money. She was going to ask her subscribers to pay for the new weapon that she was going to be putting in her bra. That's where she was going to carry it. Because that's where you should carry a weapon. Akira, is that how you say it? Yeah, that's a really pretty name. And yeah, BHB is interfering with an investigation. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a really pretty name.
I've never spoken to this lady. I've never knocked on her door. I've never knocked on her neighbor's door. I drove on a public road.
No, Nope. Just back it up. He really didn't. We got you on film. You were like 7 feet, like 7 steps into people's yard trying to like put signs up. You were all up in people's yards.
I heard another channel a few days ago.
And someone needs to get her a tripod so she could step back and, or maybe like, I don't know.
Was Chris went to Louisiana. I heard on another channel a few days ago.
She looks like she needs some sleep.
Went to Louisiana. Well, there you go. And I've been home up until Monday night when my dog was attacked, and I went over to my mother's. But I had already planned this trip. I mean, I even notified QB's attorney that I would be out the second or the last week of the month into the first week of the new month. So it's like it's a temporary order of protection from Katie. Well, that's what I've got. But there's literally an active warrant that has her description, her name, her description on it, her height and weight.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's like her date of birth, and everybody's trying.
Okay, I'm going to show it to you guys again because it doesn't. It doesn't have any of that. This is all it says. It says Katie Proudfoot. Oh, wait, maybe we can click it. I'm on it before. I'm going to click it into another page because this took me forever to scroll. Oh, good thing I did because it just took me to the warrant list again. So it just has her age and her sex and her race on there. That's it. It does not have her date of birth or her weight or her height or any of that good fun stuff that Betty over here spitting out. Look at her.
Trying to say that this has something to do with me. I don't have a warrant for my arrest.
You don't have a warrant.
There's no way she could ever, anybody would.
You have a warrant to show up to court on the 8th of August to talk to a judge about a protection order that was taken out on you by Katie Proudfoot.
Have enough information like that. I don't break the law. And I damn sure haven't harassed this lady. Commentary on my channel does not constitute harassment. Going into her community and searching does not constitute harassment. Like I literally physically have to harass this lady. I haven't even spoken to her. Smiley said the person on the phone, they said they think it's a criminal warrant, and she asked if it was a civil or criminal warrant.
It's not neither warrant.
So I have literally earthly no idea, but it doesn't really matter. I'm still here in Tennessee. They can come and arrest me.
Not a criminal warrant.
You know, if that's really what it raises to, we'll bond out of jail and she'll be filed with a lawsuit. Not only that, but she just had somebody arrested that committed no crimes. Can you imagine the damages that I will seek for that? Literally the damages alone will sink their ship. Like you just had somebody falsely arrested under false pretenses. Like it's going from being just a Class A misdemeanor to being so much more. And if they're fabricating any type of information and they're presenting it to the court under oath, they've got some major problems because there's no way they could ever have anything like I've harassed anybody. I haven't even spoken to the lady. I haven't even, like the only time I spoke to Chris is when he reached out to me to let me know that he didn't.
We learned tonight, if you fail to if she gets a protection order, she gets it. And then if you fail to abide by it, you can go to jail for 10 days, up to 10 days or $50 and a $50 fine. Come on, Betty. Just behave.
It's like there was somebody acting like him saying they were going to sue me or something like that. She would have maybe a civil suit. She wouldn't win, but she may have a civil suit, but definitely not a criminal one.
She had
to talk on my own channel. I'm in Florida. What threat? She lied. If it's Katie Proudfoot, she lied under oath and she will be served with a civil suit. I'm over it. I've already made my decision.
Do you think Katie lied under oath? I mean, ex-military, you know, as far as we know, and it's never come out. We've never seen her in any bit of trouble. But I heard Betty had 40 arrests. And how many different people is she suing right now? I know Queen Bee's one, but how many others?
It will not be granted. No, it won't be granted.
Come on, Betty.
She literally has to prove her case. She's got to show the judge. What is she going to do? Show them me in my car driving around on a public road?
That's all she needs to show.
I've never even spoke to the lady. And Nick Beres needs to do a little more fact checking before he opens his freaking trap because he has no clue what he's talking about. I've done literally nothing. I posted flyers one day. That was over a month ago.
over a month ago. So it's not trespassing like everybody said I was doing, right? It's for harassment. I've never spoken to this lady or her husband. I've invited them on my show publicly. Like, this lady isn't going to be in all kinds of trouble. I don't know who she's advising. She may try to think she's slick, but I'm telling you.
And these are connected. So they have the same date on them. So they were filed and issued on the same day. And that was on July the 26th. So they're definitely connected. And one was issued and then one was received. So one was like, you know, sent out, one was received.
No, sirree, Bob. This just sounds like you're getting close. Yeah, it does sound like I'm getting close. Because why, out of everybody that's searching, they're not hitting Terry Lynn up.
Well, sorry,
they're
I
not
have to show the messages.
Crabtree up. They're not hitting Don B up. They're not hitting Smiley's World up. They're going after Bullhorn Betty. Because why? I'm actually shaking trees. I'm actually going out and asking people questions. That's my job. Nick is the king of misinformation. Yeah, Katie doesn't want Sebastian found. No. And not only that, but they're about to open themselves up to a mess of discovery. A mess of discovery. Because they are going to have to prove that I was harassing them. And not only that, but the civil suit.
A mess of discovery? What is she talking about? That means that she would have a ton of proof. And then she says something.
Going through. They're about to open themselves up to a mess of discovery.
She's talking out her ass.
Mess of discovery. Because they are going to have to prove that I was harassing them. And not only that, but the civil suit I'm going through, I will have just cause for what I'm about to do.
I hope Katie and Chris take all of the channels that have clipped her stuff, like me right now going over it. I hope they take all of our stuff and combined, they take that to the court.
Katie did this because she's trying to keep people.
Yeah, it's sped up a little bit.
Yeah, but we're hitting like even in where I was, you know, in Mississippi, right? Where I was in Mississippi is, I could tell you based on everything, I put it all together. Like, he had gotten his contract in December. He started his job January. He was going back and forth for his job and staying there on the weekends. But I kept hitting out. I couldn't understand why. It's because they'd never been back. Criminal can get nervous and make mistakes when someone is close. Yeah. Well, they're about to open a whole can of worms, and you know, they've got money, so they're not going to be able to bankruptcy themselves out of this one. You know, they've got assets, so you know, it doesn't really matter. They literally, if and I'll go there and have them arrest me, and I will bond right out, because I'm telling you, the civil suit over this is going to be massive. You can't just.
So she basically just said, I'm going to go have myself arrested. Like, she's thinking like, you know, they're going to falsely arrest her. And so that way she can go ahead and file a lawsuit against Katie and get what they have. That's what she just said. Wow, Betty. Now, see, I usually keep my mouth shut, but I just can't keep my mouth shut when people are saying that.
It doesn't really matter. You know, they've got money. So
they got money.
They're not going to be able to bankruptcy themselves out of this one. You know, they've got assets. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. They literally, I'll go there and have them arrest me, and I will bond right out, because I'm telling you, the civil suit over this is going to be massive. You can't just have somebody thrown in jail because you don't like their commentary on the channel.
You can't just go get arrested and say someone falsely arrested you so you could sue people. This is a child that you're supposed to be looking for's mother and stepfather.
And this makes me even believe more and more that
makes me sick.
Are responsible for the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. They try to run everybody off. They even try to run me off, and I don't run off very easily. Yeah, a real good one. Yeah. Wait, were you? No, I'm not. I didn't get arrested, but somebody's passing around this warrant. It has all of her description on it. It has her name, her date of birth, her height, her weight, and it says warrant ex parte.
It doesn't.
So wouldn't that be my name, my height and weight, my description?
It doesn't have her height and weight on there or any of her descriptions.
For that warrant ex parte? She's in a motel. Not a cell. No, I am on a cell. I have to be getting close. But I can tell you, I don't feel like he's anywhere in Memphis. I can tell you that because, again, there was only one gas station that remotely vaguely remember seeing Chris, and it was a long time ago. He said it would have been a long time ago. So that means they really haven't been in that area in a significant amount of time. It is you have the same page. Nick reposted his statement. I couldn't see. I went back and looked for the statement, and I didn't see it. But Nick needs to be cognizant of it too, because first of all, I have never been around these people. I have never held a conversation.
If you want to know what the statement was about for Nick Beres, I did. I can't pull it back up now because it's too. Well, I mean, I could, but that would take forever. But if you want to rewind the live later or go back to it, it will be in the. It's in the live. The old. He had put Nick Beres is News Channel 5's news anchor. He's been covering this case. He put out a post. And then he put out a second post, like edited the post, the first post. So I was able to read you guys out the first post and show you guys the second post where he changed it.
With them. I've never stopped them in a grocery store. I don't know where they're at. Unless somebody takes a picture of them in a restaurant and me get it from social media, I have no idea where they're at. Period. None. Nick Beres updated his statement and posted it a couple minutes ago. Well, I don't have a way of looking at it because I literally just checked right before I came on here and I didn't see it. Yeah, Nick took it down. Yeah, he posted something in Facebook. I got a screenshot of it, but it was immediately deleted.
So show your screenshot or look at it.
Stressed. I would be stressed. I'm not stressed out. I'm pissed off. How dare you try to stop my constitutional rights? And if this is something that Sumner County is associated with or concocted all this so they didn't have to deal with that protest in front of their sheriff's office, that's a violation of constitutional rights. And as a matter of fact, I will file a complaint with the state attorney's office as well, just to cover all bases. Might as well. I literally just saw that on TikTok, but there were two, one for you and one for KP. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's mistaking this up because I do have a letter of protection or an order of protection. For me, it was an emergency. Ex parte means they only give you this for, I think, maybe 2 weeks. And then they have to serve somebody and force them to come in there. But the problem is they waited too late and I was already out of the state when they tried to serve me. And so had I been served, I would have been required to come here on the 8th. But now that I'm not served and I'm not going to be served by the 8th, they're going to have to refile it. But on the 8th, she's going to have to go into court and they're going to have to
that's how that works.
That the paperwork was not served because they have not served the paperwork to me. In Florida, you got to be physically served. In any court proceeding, you have to be physically served without a court, unless there's a court order for some other type of service.
Well, you've been running, Betty. They can't serve you.
When she goes in there, she's going to have to go in on the 8th if it is her, and the judge is going to have to ask her to proffer something to prove that this needs to be extended. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't like her commentary on her channel." You can't say that I've harassed her because I haven't even spoken with her. I don't even think I've been within 1,000 feet of the lady. I've never seen her in person. I don't know how in the world. This is all absolute lies, but it doesn't matter. We'll deal with it in the courts. And when I get arrested, I'm telling you, they are going to have a shit ton of lawsuits. I'm telling you. Oh my God. There's going to be a mess. It doesn't really matter. Once I get the paperwork and I find out it's her, I'm immediately filing a lawsuit. I'm immediately filing a lawsuit that day. I'm going to file it in her court and have her served at her home. And it's going to be for abusive process. It's going to be for every single thing possible. And I'm going to force. And
You're dirty. You're so dirty.
She's going to have some problems because they
can't
deal with all of this. I'm going to tell you.
That's dirty. I'm so sorry, but that I'm not sorry. You are a dirty, 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 dirty person, Betty. Betty. That's playing dirty.
Her attorney might be slick, but that's okay.
It'd be one thing if she had a case over here and, they were harassing her or some shit. No, Betty, you've been nothing but a pain in their ass since their kid went missing. Actually, no, I lied. You haven't been there since the beginning. You came in 3 months later when the case was hot. When we don't need you. We don't even need you in the beginning, the middle, or the end of any case.
She about to pay that.
We'll call you.
I did. That's funny.
If we need you.
She lied under oath to a judge.
But
we'll find out because I'm telling you, there's something not right with that because it's in her name with her description, her height and weight, her date of birth. Not mine. It says nothing about my name. The only thing under my name is the order of protection paperwork, which I would have came here and she would never have gotten it. They're trying to intimidate me, and they don't realize I really don't give a shit. They cannot stop me. They cannot stop and hinder my freedom of speech, my freedom of movement. They may be able to get a small little victory with the crap that they've got, but I can guarantee you in the long haul, it's not going to be a win for them at all, because what they're doing is illegal as hell. So much for her following the law, Miss Army or Navy lady. Yeah, I'm doing absolutely nothing wrong. I'm staying within the confines of freedom of press. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm talking about the case, and I have every right to think that they did something to their son. And I'm going to say it again. I know for a fact Katie is lying through her teeth. I know for a fact Chris is lying through his teeth.
Oh, somebody clip this. What? 1622 in.
They can sue me for defamation if need be. But what they can't do is throw me in jail because of my opinions. You don't show up, it will be great. They have to serve. It's a legal process. You guys, I'm not even going to argue with people that know nothing about the process is ridiculous. They have to serve me. You can't just not serve somebody and move along with the process. It's a legal process. There's certain things that have to be done. If I was avoiding being served, that's one thing. But I can literally prove when I can literally prove by evidence when I sent my letter to QB's attorney, when I booked my room, where I was going to be, how long I was going to be there, where I was going to go after that, where I'm going after this. You know, I can prove all of this because it's not like it's willy-nilly. This is all planned well in advance.
No, it's not.
So
she couldn't even plan to get her car fixed in advance. Come on now, Betty.
Yeah. Nick Beres posted it. It's Facebook 16 minutes ago.
Her doing that, going backwards, that makes me want to do
That's
it.
all I got to say. So if they're going to prosecute me for harassment, they're going to have an uphill battle, and I'm doing an emergency injunction. So they can have good luck with that, because what they're doing is violating my civil rights, period. So maybe we'll start a fund. Maybe we'll start a lawyer fund, because I'll just hire an attorney for Tennessee. I mean,
what is like going on with these creators?
You know, at most.
If y'all give to this woman's fund, I don't care where y'all be at, right? But I'm going to find out your phone number, and I'm going to call you, and we're going to have a long discussion on why we don't give to Bullhorn Betty. Maybe I'll just take up some money. Maybe I'll just take up a GoFundMe for this too. So now she, does she still want the weapon, or both?
Because it's all a lie, and it can all.
And look at her looking off into the distance. She's dreaming of that GoFundMe money.
It can all be substantiated. So
you're welcome, KNS.
They're doing intimidation. That's exactly what it is. It's an absolute intimidation. But that's okay. Now that I know who it is, I'm filing a lawsuit against them.
For what?
I spent 5 months on it. Yeah, I know. 5 month anniversary.
For her harassing them for the last 2 months, 3 months?
Anniversary. And she tries to have me come down there for this BS. She's going to have to prove her case. She's going to have to prove her case. Yes, she is. And the countersuit.
You don't have to be there for this, Betty.
Your subs are now going to pay. Good grief. I hope that, and not just deleted. I hope they're barred from this channel. You guys paid for Queen Bees, didn't you? 70,000. Mine's 5,000. That's a drop in the bucket, but I'll call an attorney and get an idea of the cost.
Queen Bee didn't ask for any of this bull crap.
And we'll go ahead and just have an attorney deal with this. I'll deal with this civil suit myself unless he's willing to do the counterclaim.
Oh, she mad. She's sad. She mad.
Nah, because of which, yeah, here.
Mr. Rosebud, are you in here? I'm sorry, I just remembered something. Just a quick sidebar. Mr. Rosebud, if you hear this or are in here, was it you that asked Betty to not eat on camera? Because she read a comment out. I was doing something earlier and she read a comment out and she said like Rosebud, like she was reading the name, and then she read the comment was like pretty much like, it's just, can you not eat? Like, it's just gross. And she like went off on this person. And I was like, oh my God, was it Mr. Rosebud? Because it totally sounds like something Mr. Rosebud would say. And I love that for us here on our channel. Cause commentary, we got to have them. So if you hear this one on replay, or if you're in the live, let me know.
I can barely read. You have video to prove. I do have video to prove that he was the one following me. I've got him following me.
I wish I had the timestamp now on that video. I don't even remember which one it was.
Minutes. And see you do anything? Yeah, they can't. I'm telling you, I did not break the law, not one little bit. And she can only say that she doesn't like my commentary on my channel because as far as harassing somebody, you have to physically harass them. I don't go around these people. So no matter what you say, she has lied through her teeth on an official document before the court and testified under oath to be true, accurate, and correct. So she's going to have to go to court on the 8th, and we'll see where it goes from there. So if they reissue it for me to appear, whenever I've got to appear, I will appear. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not appearing there without an attorney, and she's going to have one hell of a civil suit because what she just did was lie under oath. There's no way she can tell this attorney or tell anybody that she's in fear for her safety. I've never even seen the lady. She knows what I look like, and I know what she looks like, but we've never even held a conversation, let alone harassment. Betty, you are in the nightstand strong. Thank you for what you do. I think so. I think so too. You are getting close to the truth. This is a distraction. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be more of a distraction for them because they just opened themselves up for discovery, and that was a stupid fucking thing to do. They're idiots. Just because you got money doesn't mean you got freaking brain cells.
She's mad at something else.
You know,
Betty, what are you mad about? You mad because you got served that? Because you're gonna have to back up from this case probably. This ain't gonna look good, is it? Well, how do you think Seth is going to take all this?
Have to be with a person.
I'm just curious.
Cyberbullying. No, I don't. I do not. I don't even reach out to them. Do you know what cyberbullying is? You got to literally go read the law. You know what? Ignorance. I can't with ignorant people. Please go read the law. Go look up what constitutes cyberbullying for the love of God. Me talking.
Actually, I highlighted it. Do I still have it? Yeah. Here we go. Ex parte. Order to prohibit someone from the A word, abusing, stalking, or SAing you. Says a copy of the order will be served on the person who is doing the stalking or, SAing you. A court hearing will be held within 15 days of service on the respondent. You must go to the hearing. So I lied. I thought you didn't have to be there. At the hearing, and I haven't highlighted it. At the hearing, the judge will decide whether or not to give you an order of protection that can last for up to 1 year. So, Betty.
Talking about somebody on my channel is covered under the First Amendment. I do not say anything. I do not send people out there. It's ridiculous.
You just said that she did something to her kid. You didn't say, you said it.
I pray daily for God. It doesn't matter. I'll deal with it. Right? They're what are they saying? Oh my gosh, everybody's going to be arrested. You guys can go pick out one of like 10 freaking photos of me of a mugshot for me.
No, we want a new one.
We
want a new mugshot picture.
All this makes them look even more guilty. It does make them look more guilty. They're freaking idiots. Benny has looked more for Sebastian than his own mother. Yeah. Yeah, but I think what it is she's trying to get the thing for Sebastian, the raising of the voices for Sebastian, because one of the things that we're calling for is Seth to be clear because he's got an airtight alibi, and they don't want that. So they're doing everything they can, but either way you look at it,
he don't have an airtight alibi, Betty. Just because he was at work, I'm not saying Seth had anything to do with his kid's disappearance or anything. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in general. Just because he was at work doesn't mean he didn't have somebody else do something for him. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, Betty, they're not going to just clear him. They're not going to do that. Keep dreaming.
To a court for the ends to a means. I mean, you're committing crimes, but I guess she murdered her kids, so it probably doesn't matter, allegedly, right? So nobody knows where her kid is. She can't produce her son. Her son didn't walk out of the house. I mean, it doesn't take rocket science here. And by me saying that, it's a civil, not even criminal. Like it doesn't matter. We'll deal with it when I get the paperwork. I will deal with it at that time. But I can tell you 100% without a doubt, I've never harassed that lady. There's not a court of law in the United States of America that will not throw this case completely, utterly out on its face. Not a court of law. I've never even met this lady.
I think they're going to make. I think they should make a damn example out of you.
Possibly, you guys need to look up what harassment entails. It doesn't entail somebody talking on their channel. It doesn't entail somebody covering a case. This is Nick Beres should be very, very concerned because this is freedom of press that they're trying to violate. Sebastian didn't walk out of the home. Yeah. And I'll say it again loud and clear. If they want to arrest me each and every time I say it, then I guess we're just going to be paying a lot of bail money because they're not going to stop my mouth from running. I can use my mouth any way I choose on my own body. It's my body, my choice.
No, you can't, Betty. That's defamation.
Call my mom. It's getting late. So, like I said, I'll deal with it when it gets here. But I can promise you, it's not going to end well. And maybe this is the whole plan, is to have 2 lawsuits at once, because Queen Bee needs some proof that, oh, look what she does, even though it's all bullshit. So if your friends, these creators talk Chris and Katie into this, they did.
Let's read this real quick. Defamation is the act of communicating false statements to a third party that harms someone's reputation. How about that?
For their own benefit as a pawn. They're freaking pawns, because they're never going to be able to prove this case in a court of law. And I can prove a lot of stuff, and I will start collecting phone records as well. That is something I'm entitled to, and I will find out who they've been speaking with, because I have
on their cell phones, Betty. No, you can't. There's no way to tell what someone says on their damn cell phone through a phone call, Betty.
Funny feeling this is going to go.
Your people might believe this in your chat because they may be older and they may not know, but get the hell out of here with that, Betty.
Go back to the same group of people. As always, everything that has to do with these people are stupid. You think it's about what you say here? What about your actions you did in person? But they're not trying to get me for trespassing. They're trying to get me for harassment. You can't constitute harassment by posting a sign on a pole and never coming back again. That doesn't constitute harassment. Do you not understand how the law works? Just because you think that that's what rises to the level, you honestly think me posting a flyer on a pole is an arrestable offense?
I don't think they care about the flyer on the pole, Betty.
In the United States of America. Are you really that stupid? It's a distraction. I told you that. It's all trying to get away from Sebastian. It's not going to stop me. Try to stop me. They didn't stop my work. And she's probably...
I think they're doing fine. You know what I mean? Like literally, like there was no heat on them at the current moment. People are still talking about them. Yeah. But they're kind of like off. They haven't been talking to anybody. They've been kind of just off in their own thing. I don't think they want to draw attention to themselves. They want to draw attention to Sebastian, but they don't want to draw attention to themselves. Nobody wants this.
Pissed off that she's going to have to go to court because she didn't drag me in there. And she's going to have to go to court and produce all this information to get this protective order extended. And how are you going to extend a protective order when, 1, I've never met you, 2, you have literally no evidence of harassment. You have me driving around your home over a month ago, and I posted flyers of your son. That's what you constitute as harassment? That is a major problem, a huge red flag, as if they didn't look guilty enough.
We went through them. How about the weapon? Buying a weapon, have a weapon, I'm taking a weapon,
but they're
putting it in my bra.
The court system, they're abusing the process of the court system. And they lied under oath because there's no, if she said under any statement that I have harassed her in any way, then she has committed an A class A misdemeanor. And she's and that's for perjury. Why do so many of you have a problem with her trying to help? Exactly, because what they wanted is they wanted the arrest. This was all smoke and mirrors for content. As you notice, all of them knew that this was going on, and they were waiting for it to happen because I bet you anything, some trailer trash piece of crap probably got a bug in Katie's ear saying that this was a good idea, not playing the tape through, or the consequences that would ensue for lying under oath.
Nobody's talked to Katie.
Yeah, they have time to try to hunt me down, but not their son. But that's what Terry Bowersox did, and we got him on camera. So I don't know how they're going to justify this. I really don't. But I'm putting my trust in the justice system. She's going to have to show up on the 8th. They did not properly serve me. I know about the case, but I don't even know who. We don't even know if this was Katie. We're just hearing it because let's face it. There's a warrant that says Katie's description on it. Nick Beres is the one that's saying it's for a harassment complaint. I've never harassed the lady, so if it's a harassment complaint, it couldn't possibly be me. So it might be 2 different things. Just saying. But I will tell you, if they put handcuffs on me, the civil suit's going through the roof. Again, KP is changing the narrative. This is about finding Sebastian. CP made her do it, in my opinion. He probably did because he's too much of a coward to do it himself. But I heard he's not even in the state. I heard he's in Louisiana or something like that. That's just what I heard. But he might be in Louisiana to do work because I'm telling you, I don't think he's working at St. Jude's. I really don't. I bet you they didn't tell her I'm an investigative reporter either. I will tell you, Betty, in her message, if I can. I accidentally came upon something going down. I'm having a hard time reading this. It's too small. It's house to me. What they don't want us to find. I think they are closer to the house. I think Sebastian is somewhere in that area. I think he's in Sumner County. I think he's either near Hendersonville in Gallatin or in White House. Chris grew up in White House. You know, and everybody
Why isn't she there searching
about them and everything like that have reached out to me with information, and I make them verify who they are. So it's not like I'm even reaching out to people for information. They're reaching out to me because I'm covering this case and they want to send me information about either Chris or Katie. Well, it's a case I'm covering, so naturally I'm going to look at it. You obviously haven't been to court in Gallatin for your seatbelt on because you are in for a ride of your. It doesn't matter. They have to follow the law. I mean, the bottom line is that they have to follow the law. And a judge takes their job very, very seriously. You guys live in a fantasy world. Like, these judges are not crackpots, okay? You know, they deal with this stuff all the time. They know the situation.
We're in the fantasy world.
She's going to have to prove I have made contact with her for harassment. She can't even prove she's even seen me anywhere. Oh, except on her camera, posting a flyer. One time she could have ever caught me on her camera. Like, literally one time.
What about all the times you've been rolling around the house?
I'm not going to keep justifying. Everybody sees.
I don't.
Felony in Tennessee, exactly. So I mean, she's done. If she's done this, she's done tipped over the apple cart. I can tell you that. That is just. I can't believe she'd be so stupid. I really can't. But like I said, I'll find out. She's got to go to court, and as soon as she proffers even more testimony under oath and it's a lie, then that's going to be. But I don't see how she can even meet her burden. She's never she's never seen me in public. And you can't produce one video and say that somebody stuck a.
I was looking for that live chat. It's not up yet.
Justification for harassment. You can't do it. This is pure intimidation. They're trying to intimidate me. I'm not going to be intimidated. Actually, I'm going to be just the opposite. I will willingly be arrested in the state of Tennessee. I will absolutely willingly be arrested in the state of Tennessee, because the civil suit after that will be so severe that they literally had somebody arrested for lying under oath, that it would actually, that's where it goes up to a Class D felony. So how
many times can we count that she's going to get falsely arrested? She's going to do it and then say she was falsely arrested. Get arrested, then say she was falsely arrested in order to blackmail, or put this on Katie. Craziness. And if your comments aren't coming through, it's because I haven't shown them. It's some comments I have to show, so sorry about that. It's not you. It's me. I went back up and I showed some of them. Sorry about that, guys.
Literally a felony. But again, she did something to her son, so I don't think she cares about committing crimes. She's committed enough as is, if you ask me. She's got nothing to lose, you know? So I should probably be more in fear of her than she is of me. I mean, I'm a little 5 foot nothing, you know? I mean,
5 foot nothing, my butt. Come on, Betty.
By you rambling right now. Well, they probably do feel intimidated by me rambling right now. Freedom of speech, respectfully, absolutely. So I don't know what they were expecting to accomplish with this, but if they're trying to get me arrested, I'll willingly get arrested. I have no problem doing that.
There we go again. Was that 5?
Whatsoever. Won't be the first time. Like I said, it won't be the last time. But I can promise you the civil suit is going to be massive. You can't do this to somebody. And you can't lie and have somebody thrown in jail. So, and then they'll get a counter. Yeah, it's not even a countersuit. Like they will have to deal with the Justice Department themselves. It doesn't make any sense. Why does she have I don't think they have a warrant. I think it might be read wrong. But I will tell you, they can do whatever they want. I've already been there. I don't talk to them. I don't go near them. So they're lying. They're absolutely lying. We have your back, BHB. Well, I hope law enforcement's watching it. They can kiss my ass too, you know, quite frankly. But I'll go there willingly. Let me find out they're monkeying around with it, you know, because I know that they watch me. They watch what I'm doing, but I knew there was going to be some F stuff coming up because I'm trying to do this gathering of voices. And what they don't want to see is a whole bunch of people out there demanding answers. That's what they don't want to see. because they're so offended that somebody might think they're doing it so much. So, well, I'm not the one changing their story every 5 minutes.
Answers to what?
Since the day is why is it won't stay up? TN nurse says since the day is exactly 5 months from the day he went missing. Could this be negoport? Yeah, negoport. I think you meant negligent charge. I don't know, but you know what it is? She likes the 26, doesn't.
I don't think that's what she means, Scarlet Feather. Pretty sure she means I'm going to go get arrested so I can sue her. She said that like 5 or 6 times so that she can do a civil suit on Katie Proudfoot. So she can, I don't know.
Doesn't she? Her son disappeared.
She's up to something.
The 26, 5 months later, she's trying to get a content creator that's doing investigative journalism on their case. I've never talked to them, never harassed them. They can never say that under oath. They can't even say they've received an email from me. I've got like literally, I can put a screenshot of my conversation with Chris months ago. Yeah, she's speaking facts. They want to keep their narrative going. Betty stays hated on because she's doing something right. Yeah, exactly. No good deed goes unpunished. You filed a PO against you. What the hell? That's crazy. Yeah, she's gonna have to explain it to the judge. If the judge extends it a second time, then I'm gonna contact the state attorney, like the state attorney, not their district attorney. What does Seth have to say about all of this? Well, when we were out to lunch earlier today, it was just we talked a little bit about the protective order or something like that. And I told them, I said, well, I'll deal with it when I get back home. I mean, they still have to properly serve me, which they haven't, because again, I'm not in the state.
So they did talk about it over lunch today. I wonder if she bought lunch.
Everything on my end doesn't show me who the party is, and everybody's trying to tell me it's Katie, but on my end, it doesn't tell me who the party is. So until I know who the party is, I can't face my accuser, until I'm served, and I haven't been served because I'm not home and haven't been home for a week. Seth needs to.
Couldn't she go there to the police station?
I think that at some point that's going to be. Yeah, she is.
And say, hey, I heard you guys are looking for me.
Afraid. She's afraid of somebody uncovering the truth. I want her video last night just to see what was going on there, and she showed something saying she's taking BHB to court. I think she's crazy. I'm not subscribed to her. Who's taking me to court, Linda? Because I'm thinking these are two separate things, but they may not be. Either way, the truth can't stay hidden forever. No, it can't. And they can do whatever they need to do, but she's lying through her teeth. Yeah, still in Tennessee. Why would I leave? I've got no reason to. I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't committed a crime. So why would I leave? If they need to arrest me, they can arrest me. Again, I'll bond out, and they will be. I'm telling you, she lied under oath. Someone said your name is on the record there. To look it up. Yeah, I do have my name, but it's for the protective order that needs to be served to me in Florida, which apparently they tried to serve to me, but I was already at the state. And but see, on my end, when I look up my name, it doesn't say who the party is. And when you look up Katie's name, you see an ex parte warrant with her information. So it's very, very confusing. They can serve you there. Well, then have them serve me there. Heck here, Jack. Again, I ain't running from nothing. They can serve me wherever I'm at. They've got it. Serve me. Oh, poor Katie. We question. Yeah. But you know what? Maybe this is a blessing in disguise, because I think we'll get more answers this way anyways. Because they can't stop me from suing her. They can't stop me from getting discovery. Anyways, when's the gathering? The gathering's on the 26th. I'll be there at Sumner County Sheriff. No better place to arrest me than right there, don't you think? Yeah, I know. Well, you know what we could do? We could start doing a writing campaign to the courts by the 8th to just let them know that this is a lie, if it is. I mean, again, I haven't been served with anything. I don't know anything about nothing other than what's being posted on social media. And I'm sorry, that's not good enough for the courts. Tit for tat, she's trying to say I harassed her. I've never even talked to the lady. Discovery would just be you harassing them. Oh, God. You guys are so stupid. You know what? Get off here. I even put that. Anybody that talks trash, you know, we got this on 5 days. Just go ahead and hit them. Just clear them out. Block them. I don't have time for their BS. I'm not going to argue with idiots. He's doing well. Hopefully he can go back to work soon. That's what he's hoping his doctor releases him. Well, you got to remember, Katie's probably going crazy, stir crazy, because everybody knows she did something with her kid.
When?
You know, the doctor releases them. Have time for their BS. I'm not going to argue with idiots. He's doing well. Hopefully he can go back to work soon.
Well, soon.
He's hoping his doctor releases him. Well, you got to remember, Katie's probably going crazy, stir crazy, because everybody.
Why hasn't he been released yet? He could drive a boat. He can go search for his kid and stuff. You know what I mean? And like, on more power to him, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But if he could do all that, can't he walk around a jail? Unlocking stuff, locking it back again? I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but you don't really do. I don't see you doing other than, you know, if you have to take an inmate down, which I don't really see that in the jail too much. I don't think. I would think that you wouldn't really be doing any like physical labor. And you'd always have a partner with you, right? You'd always have like someone with you. And maybe like they could do that for him. Like someone go around with him. I don't know. It does require strength. Yeah. That's the only thing. I don't know if maybe like he could have like, I don't know if they partner up in the, like in jails. I don't think they do.
He knows she did something with her kid. You know, there's no evidence that the boy walked out. And I don't give a rat's ass.
So, I mean, that would make sense that, you know, he's not back.
If Beres says whether they've been cooperative or not, they have not been cleared of this crime. Why can't they clear Chris and Katie? Why can't they clear?
But couldn't they put him like a desk job too?
Clear them. Okay.
Wonderful.
I don't care about cooperation. The bottom line is there's no evidence of this child walking out of their home. Should have said elect. I don't know what that word is.
That wall behind ours.
They have.
It's, I don't know. It's weird.
For the car, for a certain time frame to serve her for negligent. It was 5 months to the day. Huh? Possibly. I don't know. Why would we want to talk to her for what? Why would I know? Hey, I offered her to come on the channel and clear the air, but hey, you know, and I said it publicly. I've never even reached out to them. I don't even think by communication. I mean, outside of Chris reaching out to me, I think I reached out to him one time.
Chris didn't reach out to you.
I'm gonna go back to the messenger. I haven't seen even the messenger.
He did not reach out to her
Since I think March.
Not
Yeah, it says file.
I don't believe it.
Well, she definitely likes to utilize the court systems improperly.
Right, Mama Three Boys?
Yeah, I know it's the 26th. So we'll see how it all rolls. If and when I get served with a protective order to appear when they can properly serve me, I will appear in court. I can tell you I'm bringing a whole bunch of receipts because she's going to have to prove I harassed her. How is she going to prove I harassed her? She doesn't like my commentary? Oh, fucking well. Don't like my commentary. Nobody's forcing you to watch it. You know?
Shut up, Eileen.
So, Katie and Chris, this is
Eileen. She wouldn't be watching your content if she didn't have to. She probably has to watch it so she can get her little case together.
It's not about you. It's about your son. Well, apparently.
It is about Sebastian. It's not about you either, Betty. It's not about you, Betty. It's not about your dog, Delilah. It isn't about the little Pomeranians that bit your hand and left that little boo-boo there. And if that was my dog and you called animal control on my dog for doing that to you, it'd be a whole other story, girlfriend. But, you know, I'm just saying.
It's all about Betty, don't you know?
It's all about Betty.
So we'll deal with it when it gets there. Betty, I don't understand why my PayPal has charged. I was gifted a membership. You're talking to the wrong person. You're going to have to call Google or YouTube or whatever. I don't know the idea.
What?
I don't know. I don't have gifted memberships. I don't really go. So we'll deal with it when it gets there. Betty, I don't understand why my PayPal has charged. I was gifted a membership. You're talking.
I don't know why I was charged. I was gifted a membership.
Talking to the wrong person. You're going to have to call Google or YouTube or whatever. I have no
She
idea.
says you got to call Google or YouTube. Sorry. Because it has to do with money.
I don't know. I don't have gifted memberships. I don't really go on a lot of people. Oh, excuse me. A lot of people's channels.
Wait, hold on. Skirt. Joneson, are you in this chat still? Is there any creators in this chat? Because I don't want to say this and be wrong, but I'm going to say this. Everybody has gift memberships. If you're monetized and you have your memberships turned on, right? And your memberships are turned on, you have that option to have people gift out memberships. There's not a YouTube channel in the world that can just be like you can just buy one membership for yourself and you can't gift them out, right? I've never heard of that. That's a lie. That's a lie, Betty. She's trying to get people to gift them a membership to see if she's doing the soft grift. I got it. Okay. That's what it is. You know, like, oh, I don't know if my memberships are turned on right now, or, oh, I don't know if my super chats are working. Well, try to send yourself a super chat and see if it works. Right, membership gifting is a part of YouTube. Yeah, and if you have your memberships turned on, that gifting is just like it's just there. It's just there. What the hell, Betty? You've been on the platform long enough to know that. Now I want to hear her lie again. I want to hear her lie.
I understand why my PayPal has charged. I was gifted.
She starts lying at 42.53.
Membership. You're talking to the wrong person. You have to call Google or YouTube or whatever. I have no earthly idea. I don't know. I don't have gifted memberships. I don't really go on a lot of people. Oh, excuse me, a lot of people's channels.
I don't really. There are many people that like people's channels. No, we all like the others' channels. We just don't like
really
yours.
For complex everything, food, attention, sheesh, yeah. I wish Katie would just tell us what happened that night. You know, we do have a flashlight going to the car. Nick Beres' video. I've been talking about Nick Beres' video. Why hasn't he been charged with harassment for producing the video? Because I'm using his video to commentate on. But I would love to see the judge's face when I tell him I've never met this lady. I've never spoken to this lady. I've never been around this lady. How can I possibly be harassing this lady? My commentary is protected under my constitutional rights. Me moving freely through that county and talking to whomever I choose to talk to is my right. They cannot prevent me from doing that. Any judge with a freaking scalp would have knowledge of that. You can't do that. It's illegal. Is my right. They cannot prevent me from doing
with a scalp.
Any judge with a freaking scalp would have knowledge of that. You can't do that. It's illegal. But it's all for clicks and views. So I just hope Chris and Katie, whoever talked you into doing this, you were stupid and you were a pawn for them to make money off it. Just FYI, because at the end of the day, it's not going to stop what I'm doing at all.
I turned my saying that. I just look over and I read your comment. Literally, I didn't turn them off. Vincent got on my YouTube and he turned them off. He was like, you just need to turn off your gifted memberships. Well, because one time I wasn't a member. I mean, I wasn't a subscriber and I wasn't a viewer of this channel, but I had been a viewer at one point. And it gifted me a membership one time. And they were like, that means they're still subscribed. And I was like, no, I'm not. But it's like, I couldn't say anything, you know, because I was like, I don't think anyone would believe me. But I'm like, I don't even go over there. So I just turned it off. So I only have I actually unsubscribed from everybody except for, I think, Granny. And I think that's it right now. I haven't got my other ones back on yet. Like I need it, they need to go live so I can go in there.
Because I have never been around you. And even if they gave me an order of protection to stay 500 feet away from you, guess what? I've never been around you. I already stay that far away.
I feel like I have another one.
So again, moot point here. Never talked to the woman. Never talked to her husband. I've texted with him. I think we've had 3 messages between us.
I'd love to see him.
It's KP requesting the order of protection against you. You were lucky. That's the only one. Oh, good gracious! You know what? Go. You guys are so eager to try to get me in trouble. Your whole clan of misfits that it's absolutely appalling and disgusting that you guys continuously break the law and encourage other people to do so as well. That's what bothers me about this, because she knows as well as I know that I've broken no laws, and this is literally just for content for these creators to say, oh, look what Betty did. You know, trying to do this whole Turtle Boy thing, but Turtle Boy literally stalked people. He was literally in their face at their baseball games. I have never even seen these people in real life. Again, she lied under oath. Why are such evil people who are apparently don't want to know? Because they never cared about Sebastian. They only, like the people on here that are arguing with it, only want clicks and views. That's all they care about, because that's, I don't even know why. They don't even get paid for clicks and views because their commentary is so trashy. They can't even get advertisement. And that's really the only clicks and views that matter, is for advertisement. You know, they get paid by people paying them to listen to them bitch for hours, which is insane for me. I don't make you guys do that. I give you guys good content. You guys watch. I get paid by ad revenue. That's how I roll.
She gets paid by her subscribers because she is the biggest grifter on this platform. Now, don't you let her lie to you about her getting money for her advertisements, because you don't get shit from your advertisement on your videos. You do not. You do not get paid any. We went through this before, y'all. I've showed you how much I've gotten paid on a video before with some good views. We all know the only way that you make money on this application is through memberships, super chats, and PayPal. Like our viewership isn't that much, but I mean, like, you know, please view my videos because I need the viewership. But I'm just saying that's not where you get your money, Betty. And anyone that is on YouTube knows that. And you know, I never lie to y'all.
I don't want you near the well, I was already down at the campground.
That's why she's asking for money for her car and asking for money for her oil change, and she just got a dog.
Day late, $1 short. I even got a picture to prove it.
Probably has a Amazon wish list for the dog.
I stayed on public property. They cannot do that. Like this lady has lost her freaking coconuts. Sorry, the streets of the USA can be walked, driven. Exactly. That's why I said I'm not worried about it. They're going to get whatever they're going to get out of this story, but at the end of the day, Chris and Katie are probably going to be paying for this story for their friends.
Right, Rogue. Yeah.
Clicks and views for some time, because again, I've never harassed these people.
It will be a lawyer. Yeah, it's going to be a lawyer. She said that already.
Never, not once, have harassed these people.
And then before that, it was
that she's never even,
like last week or 2 weeks ago, it was a weapon. She was going to have a GoFundMe to get a GUN to take to Tennessee with her.
Even spoke to me and never has to see
Crazy.
Me. She's never seen me. Her father-in-law has seen me because he's the one that stalked me for 30 minutes and tried to intimidate me. And we caught that all on camera. So again, it's more looking bad for them than it is for me. So get your ha-has and your hee-hees from all the hate channels, but everybody knows that you guys are up to no good all the time. And like I said, Katie and Chris went to these hate channels because they are wanting them to protect. They are the trashiest channels that only protect criminals. So why are they going to them for help? And why are those trashy channels the ones with this breaking story from Chris and Katie? Because Chris and Katie went to them for protection. But they don't realize these people are freaking felons and criminals themselves. So everything they're going to advise them to do is going to be criminal in nature.
Who's the felon? Who's a criminal?
Track record.
She's the one with 42, 40 or 42 arrest. Woo, Betty. How many? I wonder how many, like, I'm trying to think of the word. Convictions she's had, though.
Delphi Allen arrested. Idaho Coburger arrested. It's only a matter of time. Exactly, Sasha. Katie is scared of you. You were close to finding the truth. I've got to be close to something. I've never had anybody lie under oath like this. I mean, I expect it from, like, you know, trailer trash like QB and her clan, but I don't expect it from, you know, Katie. I absolutely did not believe that they would jeopardize themselves.
She's so mad at QB because QB got that money from her subs because Betty went after her and her sub said, we'll help you. Like, let her.
I thought they were smarter than this. I really did.
I think it's hilarious. And I love the subs for doing that for her. I think that is perfection. And I hope she wins. And I hope this all goes away for her very soon.
Well, we're going to find him.
I know y'all'd help me if I had to have some, if I needed help.
And I hope he would never say my name out of his mouth. So I try to do this. I didn't know I could look at that. I didn't know I could do that. It's interesting.
How did you do that, Betty?
Lots of smart people here, yeah. So anyways, that's where I'm going with it. Chris and Katie lied through the freaking teeth, or Katie did. I don't know if Chris even knows she did something that's stupid. But either way, I've never even met this lady. I've never called her. I've never showed up anywhere she's been at. I've never even been within 500 to 1,000 feet of this lady as is. So I could really care less if they have an order of protection or not, because at the end of the day, I haven't been around this lady. You know, I live in Florida. I definitely have not been harassing them from Florida. I make no telephone calls to them. I send them no emails. I make no contact with them whatsoever. If they choose to turn in or tune into my show, they're making a conscious choice to listen to what's coming out of my mouth. They can't say that what's coming out of my mouth is harassment. I don't know how, and they say they have an attorney for a friend. I'm surprised the attorney didn't explain this to them. Or if she did, then the attorney might be culpable too. I have to find out if it was done by that attorney. I'm going to file it. If it was, I'm filing a complaint against that lady's license, because she knows damn well I haven't been around.
She? Why is it a she?
And she's the one that tried to help, steal Faith from Nina. So
no
she
one's
doesn't
stealing.
mind lying oath and doing dirty stuff. An attorney.
No one's stealing nobody from nobody. Man, sorry, I keep hitting my watch.
So the 1,000 of people that are watching here, Chris and Katie violated the, well, I can't say Chris because that might be defamation, a civil violation, right? But Katie, if Katie's on my paperwork, I'm immediately filing suit against them, and I'm immediately filing an emergency injunction, because they're not going to bully me, and they're not going to take my rights away from me because they don't like my commentary. I've never met these people. I've never seen these people in real life. How can I possibly be harassing? But I am in their community, and I am looking in their community, which I have a right to do. So there is that, and I will continue to do what I'm doing, and we'll continue to go down this whole entire rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it. That's what I got to say. Bring it. So let's do this thing. They're wanting to dance. Let's dance, because I can tell you that they cannot prove anything. They've lied under oath. They've lied under oath. I can prove they've lied under oath, and I'm going after them for damages. Let those silver bracelets. I will willingly go to jail. I will smile in that camera, because I know by the end of it, they're already up shit's creek as is for this whole stunt. Yeah, Smiley was saying the case on Sebastian is criminal. Yeah. You have done that. I haven't.
It's not criminal.
So the channels start coming out.
It is not criminal. Let me repeat that. It is. I repeat, it is not a criminal investigation. No, don't believe that. If you ever hear something like that and you go, huh? What? That doesn't sound right. Comment underneath on something on my community post and ask me, and I'll look it up for you. I'll tell you the truth. I'll figure it out, because that's just crazy.
But you know what? She's a mother that has done terrible things. Her child was abused inside of her home. There's plenty of documentation to prove that. The only place
there's zero
was at his father's house, and Chris and Katie are playing games and have unclean hands. They have unclean hands when it comes to their son, and they have unclean hands in this shenanigans that they're trying to do with me. And I can tell you, it will not stop what I'm doing. They can arrest me. They can do whatever they need to do to me. I have not broken zero laws in Tennessee. Zero. We're not talking about them coming after me for trespassing, which they could never do because it was on a utility pole, like I said before. But they're coming after me not for trespassing, for harassment.
You harassed the Bowersock, Mr. Bowersock.
I literally drove their roads a total of 4 times. 4 times.
4 times too many.
That's it. On their road, and I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to record in public places. There's nothing a judge can do about it. None. Because I've never said anything to her. I've never threatened the lady. I haven't even spoken with the lady. Never called her, never emailed her, never did anything. Never knocked on her doors, never knocked on her neighbor's doors. And the only time I ever got out of my car was to post a flyer. I didn't talk or bother anyone.
Flyers.
So at the end of the day, Chris and Katie, you got yourselves in a lawsuit. And I will promise you, by the time this is all said and done, you're not going to have an order of protection on me, and God help you, you don't go to jail. And hopefully it's just fines and restitution. But we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Proudfoot versus Bullhorn. I guarantee I'm going to win this shit. Hands down, win this shit. So we'll see them in court. There is a video on a creator silver on the scene.
Oh, gosh.
Sebastian is buried somewhere. Oh, then why aren't they suing him? He's actually digging in the earth for the song. I'm literally going to businesses asking them if they've seen Chris.
Does Chris have any shovels? But this guy's out there. His silver's on the scene, really out there with the shovel and shit. Because that guy is off his rocker. I hadn't seen any of his videos until today. When I went into Nonsense's chat, was that today or last night? I can't even remember now. It was today. I was like, this is the first time I had seen him, and I was like, oh my Lord have mercy. Oh my Lord have mercy.
Katie or Sebastian. She deserves to be in jail the rest of her life. Oh, trust me, she's working there. She's obviously losing her shit.
It's a new creator called Silver's on the Scene. Does Silver stand for like he's old? I haven't really looked at him. I think it was last night. Was that last night? Because I swear, I feel like I just was like closing my eyes and was listening to it. Maybe I was cleaning today. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
So
I'm not a fan.
Watch your live when Terry Bowersox is stalking you. We have it recorded. These people are freaking idiots. And not only that, but even them, they can only produce a video of me driving. I drove down the road, and as I was going to their house, I posted flyers, and then I think I drove you guys by it once. I think it's really it. So, I mean, again, that does not constitute harassment, and Nick needs to get his facts together because I don't break the law, and I've never broke the law, and I've never harassed anybody. So, again, smoke and mirrors, that's not going to win. You've got to literally prove. She literally can't even prove I've said 2 words to her because I've never said 2 words to her. You should have gotten that SOB for stalking. I should have went down it, but it doesn't matter. I got it on video. Those things can be brought later. So, but we'll deal with it. I will tell you, I do not back away from stuff like this, and it's not going to intimidate me. Actually, they're probably reaching out to an attorney to talk to them and probably finding out the same thing I'm saying here, that this was a really stupid thing to do. Katie asked us for help to find her son. Yeah. Get news for Chris and Katie. We are not going away. No, we're not. Nor do we have to. It's within our constitutional right to do this. She's an idiot. Yeah. Well, we're going to deal with what we have to deal with. But on the 8th, she still has to go to court. They have not properly served me, so they're going to tell the judge that I have not been served, which I haven't. I haven't seen any of the paperwork. You know, I have not been requested to come to court lawfully. Okay, there's a process, and they have not done it lawfully. So one of 2 things.
Ashley's saying this on a live. Hey, well, I'm live streaming here.
She's going to have to proffer her evidence for an extension of this protective order, and she's not going to have anything to proffer.
What are you talking about, Betty?
Showing me on public property. You know, she's going to have to do more than just make statements. She's going to actually have to physically prove I have harassed her, which she cannot possibly do without fabricating information. Are you going to find out who took out the PO on you? Well, when they have to reserve it, they're going to have to reserve it if it's extended. You know,
it'll be extended.
So he said to look everywhere because she could be anywhere. Yeah. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm not really too worried about it. You guys know I've never backed down, but I tell you what, let silver bracelets hit my hand. We'll bond myself out lickety split, and I can tell you it's going to be a very, very, very bad day for them. Anyone watch your videos could see TV? Yes. So we'll make sure that's all recorded because I can clearly show that I was in that parking lot. I was eating dinner there. I was eating dinner at that restaurant. That's why I was there. I was going to post flyers and I was going to go eat. The cop pulled me over. Nothing happened. Again, we sat out there and talked. He even told me to go get a gun. Right there. It's all on his body camera. You know? So they can stand up. Yeah, they're gonna have to deal with this. They've opened up a can of worms. I will tell you that. If it was my child missing, I would have never stopped looking for. She ran away from home. I guess me talking about her on my channel and her running away from home is apparently harassment in her mind. How does Seth feel about this map? So he's upset that his son hasn't been found. You know, I think every single day it's getting a little harder and harder, you know, sitting around that house and wondering where his son is and knowing he hasn't heard from his son in all this time. And, you know, him trying to convince himself everything's going to be okay when it just doesn't seem like it is. You know, and the closer we're fighting and the closer we're getting, Chris and Katie are starting to act really, really sus. I mean, more sus than they've ever acted before.
Man, Katie and Chris are acting real sus. More sus than they've ever acted before. Betty, they're not doing nothing. What do you mean? Acting sus? They're not doing anything. What do you mean? You're acting sus. You're the only one that's acting sus, Betty. You're scaring everybody. Oh, my lordy. Oh, my lordy, Betty. Thank you, Canaz, for this $20 super sticker. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you. And Tracy, you've been a member for a month. Look at that. I love that. Thank you. I should ban myself from YouTube. Rogue said me too, but oh my Lord, this is crazy. I need to find a different word for the crazy because she's not clinically crazy. You know, she's not, I don't know what word to use, but.
You know?
Almost not.
Chris and Katie are starting to act really, really sus. I mean, more sus than they've ever acted before. You know? They put more in an effort going out your BHB, I know, right?
Can we cover you a little more, Bullhorn? I know you're from Florida,
we'll
but
see how this judge acts, but I can't imagine her having anything remotely the threshold for harassment. There's just literally no possibility of that. None. Zero possibility of having any proof that rises to the level of harassment under the Tennessee law. I've made no phone calls, made no letters, made no emails, like she's had no contact with me at all. None. Zero. So Sebastian was born to the wrong mama. It is suspicious, all of it. Exactly.
No, he wasn't.
This is going to be backfired.
Don't ever say that. No, he was not. I don't know if that was a comment or if that was Bullhorn, but Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers that's his mama. He was born to the right mother. What? If I was Katie, I think that I would probably get a protection order out for Betty for her protection from me at this point. You know, like I might as well just go get the protection order because if I don't, my hands are gonna come out. I mean, because they would.
The whole bunch of them.
Just imagine being a mom of a missing child and someone saying to you, another woman at that, he wasn't born to the right mom. Like, you don't even talk, Betty. Me and you don't have children. We shouldn't even be talking about it like that. You know what I mean? Really? Like, I mean, come on. We have like, I do. She doesn't, obviously, but you know, I may have the mom gene and I know what's right and wrong, but Betty don't have that.
So,
Betty,
whatever we got to deal with, I'm going to let you guys go. I think you guys have heard my statement loud and clear. Everybody knows it's a lie because my life is on. It was live, especially when I was there. I was in Mississippi, so they can't say I was around their house, and they better prove if they say I was. Because I guarantee they can say it until the cows come home. Doesn't make it true. Doesn't make it true. I have never been around this lady. I have been around her house literally on one trip and one trip alone. Again, harassment. There has to be a pattern. There is no pattern here. There is none. I did my job in their area the very first time. I did my job in that area the second time. They can't say me going around and looking at things is harassment of them because it's within my right to do so. I'm allowed to be on public property. I'm not looking for them, right? I'm looking for their son. So we'll figure it out. But just pray for everything. Like I told everybody else, God's got this. It doesn't really matter. As you guys have seen for 3 years, the things that were supposed to destroy us has only made this channel bigger and badder and a better channel at the end of the day. So there's not really a whole lot they can do to me without breaking the law because I don't break the law. And the only way they can possibly try to say it is by them lying under oath. So at the end of the day, we'll deal with whatever we have to deal with. But I can promise you, I can see a civil suit. There is going to be a Griffin versus Proudfoot civil suit coming their way.
My Lord. I'll be there. We got to see that. I got to go to Tennessee.
And, at the end of the day,
I already looked. Stephanie, I just looked.
Because of their son. So they are public people. This is a public case that has worldwide attention to it. So they have a heavier level threshold to deal with than, say, a private person. So they're not, again, their attorney should have talked to them about this if they should have asked. But this was one of the stupidest things that I think they could have ever done. And any attorney would have literally told them that they may not
44,
especially not having any contact with me, any phone calls with me, any letters from me, anything.
She's only 5
you don't like my
older than
commentary.
me.
Don't
She's
watch.
5 years.
Seems pretty simple.
5 years difference.
All right, rock it out, your coffee beans out. I will talk to you guys later. Do not worry about me. I'm going to be just fine. They can serve me wherever I'm at, but I can guarantee I'm not going to jail. And if I do go to jail, they're going to be in a lot of problems. They're going to have a lot of serious problems, and I will not stop until they are in jail for perjury.
I don't think she'll go to jail.
So What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I follow the law. They have not followed the law. Therefore, they're the ones that are going to be ultimately, because trust me, this is all provable. Okay. It's not like this is, this is like TV where they can sneak around and do this. This is all literally provable. I can prove everything I've done online, offline, everything. And trust me, my story is not going to change 50 million times when I tell the truth. It's going to be the same story, exactly the same way, each and every.
I'm sorry, but if you say like, you heard a noise and then you change it to a thud, or I'm not exactly the exact wording, but I know she changed it to a thud later on. That's not changing your story. That's going back through and thinking about your story and then being like, wait, it was more like a thud, or it was more like, this is what I heard. That's what I feel like in my common sense opinion. I'm going to say that like my common sense, like my bubble of common sense would say. Oh, Betty. Okay. Oh, Betty. She's fun, She's fun every now and again just because you need the laughs. Speaking of people that make you laugh, Carly Russell. If you don't know the Carly Russell case, you're missing out. If you want to laugh, like we don't get a lot of cases where we can laugh, If you need a good belly laugh, go back through my playlist and go to the Carly Russell case, because it was something else. But it says she pled guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of filing a police report. But I saw somewhere it said she was like, she breaks her silence. And she says something like she wants to like overcome this obstacle or something like that. It says first time admitting it. So we might have to go back over this. Like she admitted it and everything. What? 49 hours. That's why we have the Cheez-Its. If you're wondering why we have a Cheez-It emoji for the members, that's why. It was a good case. So basically, Carly Russell was a woman driving a beautiful red Mercedes down a highway, I think in Texas, I believe Texas. And down this highway, it was like wooded on each side. She saw a toddler walking down the side of the road. So she pulls over, and then all of a sudden, like she's gone. And you can see the doors open of the car and stuff. Well, she didn't know, but there was a camera right where she was at. So we got all this camera footage, but we have this missing girl, and everyone for 49 hours thought she was like, we thought she was just like, probably, we didn't know where she was, like kidnapped or like dead somewhere. Well, come to find out, she was at a hotel soaking it up the whole time. Her and her boyfriend done had an argument or something. She was trying to get back at him, but then she had to come out with this whole story because she showed back up on her parents' front doorstep with her money and everything, saying she got kidnapped by a guy with orange hair, and that the baby was just walking down the side of the road, but on camera you couldn't see the baby. Like, cause I'm like, where's the baby, guys? And I thought I was just losing it because I'm blind in one eye, so I'm over here going like, no, I don't see it, and if I don't see it, even though I have one eye, I have one really good eye. If I don't see it, I will fight about it for a while. Like someone will literally have to like really point it out to me if there's like, and you remember that one, Rhonda? Yeah. She is a spoiled adult brat. Catherine, you were right. Yeah. Wasn't she something else like Carly Russell? Yeah. We laughed so hard though one night during a live. Still my favorite live to this day. I don't know what it was about that night, but we had like 1,000 people in here and we were all laughing. Like nobody was trolling, nobody was doing nothing but laughing because it was right when we found out Carly was like, it was all a hoax. So like, we got to tell you guys, it was all a hoax. And then we got to go back and go through all of the evidence, like all the stuff that we heard again, but with a different perspective and be like, wait a minute. And it was something else. It was something else. Oh, thanks, Rogue. Yeah, I'm blind in the old right one. I usually like, I don't know, try to like look straight ahead, but I don't know. Sometimes you'll see me with an eye patch on. So if I ever do have one on, I'll let you know before it happens, but I may have one on sometimes. Usually just 1 week out of the year if I have surgery. She should have went to jail for a while, Texas Ranger. I believe that too. Oh yeah, they did. He had it. He had a little packet too. When he stopped at the gas station, he bought some. He said, "I just went and bought some Cheez-Its." He was actually going to cover Carly Russell's case, her sentencing or something, when all this stuff happened with Sebastian, and he instead went down and covered Sebastian's case instead. Oh, my eye. What? I have a prosthetic, so this one is fake. I don't know if I told you guys that. I mean, I told you guys that before, but I don't know if I've really said that it was. Have I said it was fake, or I just said I was blind? Because this one's fake. Today when I was walking the dogs, I was thinking, I thought I saw someone and I was like, oh my gosh. And I like got panicky because I can't walk very good right now. And I was like trying to hold the dogs. And I was like, if somebody says, are you blind or something? Because I'm just waiting on someone to say that to me. Because I am blind and I can never see. And so like, I was gonna be like, yes, I am blind. I can't take it out. Well, I could, but then I wouldn't be able to get it back in, some Crusader, because Vincent's not around. I don't have my other one in here, but I'll have to show you I have another prosthetic that I can show you guys sometime. But it's just my right eye. My eyelashes have been bothering me since last time I had surgery. This was a year ago I had surgery. And they did something to like my eye and like my eyelid. They sutured it down, like stitched it down. And when they did, they put the stupid bar over it, put that over it. And then my eyelashes got like spread apart. And now they're just like permanently messed up. I always mess with them. Car accident for a baby mom. Bad car accident. Bad car accident. Rhonda, my foot's, it's the same. It's the same. I'm not sure what's going on with my foot. I go to the doctor. I go see it's a surgeon. So I don't know if he's going to be like, I don't know why you're here, because I was like, I need to see a podiatrist right away. So I go see the podiatrist. I think it's like the 5th. And then I I have a neurologist appointment over the computer sometime next month too, because I think it's the feelings going. And I hope that's not it. So. Yeah, Nicole, I think I actually showed you guys my fake one before, my other one. My other fake one is real like dull though now. It's not as shiny. But I do get a new one this month. Who gets a new eye this month? I get a new eye this month. Who's excited? I'm excited. Every 5 years, so I'm excited. Well, look at that. I get a new one this month actually. I have to call them. They haven't called me. It's only the 1st. I'm like, they haven't called me. Why haven't they called me yet? I kind of want to have another surgery before I get it. But yeah, I get another one. This will be my 3rd one. I'll be going on. It's my 10th year. So, but yeah, I wonder, I want them to be able to, do something. I'm hoping that there's a little more advancements when I go this time, but I don't think there really is. Not for my price range anyway. I can get a bionic eye. If y'all want to chip in, there we go. 150,000 is all I need. I'm totally kidding. But that's what they are. They're like $150,000 for like the bionic ones. And I'm not even sure what they really do. I think they just give you more movement and that's it. Like you can't see out of it. Now, if it was something that you could see out of, I would be putting a fundraiser together all day long. I would work YouTube and whatever jobs I'd have to do for the rest of my life to get that eye, just to try. But so I worked on, I do want to do like a cool picture though with it. Like I want to do something with my eye, like, I don't know, for the channel, but I don't know what exactly to do. So if you have any cool ideas, let me know. How long ago? 10 years. In February, it'll be 10 years. So yeah, man. It was an accident. Yeah. I was the passenger. Traveling home. First time going out in 6 months. My mom was like, bet you regretted going out, didn't you? And I'm like, yep. No, I don't regret it though. I don't regret going out. I don't regret anything that's happened because that accident really made me who I am today. And that, like, You know, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Thanks. Oh, look at this. We got a dog up. Oh, which way are we at? Oh, it's covering her. There she is. I wish you could see her eyes and her facial expressions. Like those kind of dogs, they're known for their facial expressions because their eyes are so round compared to other dogs that are more like wider. I don't know if you've ever read about the Weimaraners, but yeah, they have their facial expressions. Just tell a story. It's so funny. It's like she's talking to you. Oh, thanks, Marie. And thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. And I did have 2015 vision in my real eye, so I was doing really well. And this one's actually technically, you know, like everyone has a lazier eye. This one was technically my lazier one. I'm like, really? Yeah, take the good one too. I make jokes out of things. But after like, I don't know what I was going to say. I read the chat and I don't know what I was going to say. Did my title not change? We know, Donna. Yeah. I was just we were trying to get everyone in here so we could let y'all know that she did it. I could buy a therapy dog because your grandma's seizures, I had them since I was 13 years old. Oh, really? You can have them? Oh, wow. I bet you they're always, those are really good dogs. Like usually, because they're usually like labs or like labradoodles or, you know, there's kind of like we have a thing around here. It's called 4 Paws, and they take dogs and they train them to be for kids, for adults that have, you know, these illnesses, to where these dogs are so stinking smart. Like they know before you know something's wrong, you know, and they're there to help. Like they can call 911. They can like use the phone. They can do all the things. So they used to bring them into our mall. And you would see like one here and there, you know, every once in a while. Well, one night it was during 2020. It was in 2020. We'll just say that. And I was in my store and I had another manager call me and she was like, go outside your store. And I ran out there one night and I was like, what? And she's like, look outside your store. Every single store had at least 1 or 2 dogs like sitting in front of it with its like trainer. I was like, what is this? I love this. I was so excited because I love dogs. I love dogs. And I'm like squealing and like, I'm sorry, doggy. I shouldn't be squealing because you're on duty. But like they let them all come in there because they couldn't go in other places to walk them like they were used to. Like they're used to, you know, taking them to like the local, like, you know, Kroger or Lowe's. Those are places that were still open. I'm trying to think of places that weren't open, but you know, like they would take them places and everyone was closed. So the mall was one of the first places to open, and there was dogs. I mean, like if you can just picture being in a mall, all the lights were out too. So, and it was just like this weird, like, but the overhead lights were on, you know, for the store. So there was light in there, of course, but the mall had just closed, and you just walk out and you just see dogs. And all the cutest ones, you know, like the little labradoodles and the labs and the golden retrievers, and, you know, just like all the really cute, good dogs. My dogs are cute, but they're not good. See, you can usually only have one or the other, and I have to have the cute dogs. Just kidding. My dogs are good. That one back there looks really cute. But thanks for coming and hanging out and talking to me. I have a dog that helps me. They're not trained. I actually have a note right over here on Vincent's desk. It says that my dogs are service dogs. They're emotional support animals. That's what they are. My neurologist wrote it for me. I was like, can you write me a note that says that my dogs, you know, help me? Because they do. Because I don't know if they really do, though. When I get upset, a lot of times they'll run away from me because they're not used to hearing my voice inflection. Like if I yell or if I were to cry or something, like the Weimaraner especially, she'll freak out. Like she'll just, she'll freak out. This one doesn't like it neither, but she usually will just shake. She'll shake like a little leaf. And so we can't voice inflect over here. If I sing, the dog, yeah. Hmm. Oh, you live alone for the first time. Oh yeah, look into it. I wish everyone could have a dog. I'm so like that's the one thing about with my foot. I'm really nervous about not getting the feeling back, because then I can't walk my dogs like I used to. Like I can barely walk them once around our block because I'm hobbling. And then I take them to the side yard twice a day, so they get out like 3 times, and they get 3 walks from Vincent, a walk from me, and then we take them out 3 extra times just to go to like our side yard. So they go out 6 times a day, 7 times a day. But I'm just like, well, I might not be able to get a big dog again ever. I mean, this might be my last 2 big dogs. I might have to get like a little small dog, something that can just like run around in a circle out in the front yard, get its energy out. Oh, one's looking at me. She heard me say something. She heard me say dog. Oh, Mia. She's laying with her baby. It's really cute. Really? Oh, mom with 3 boys. But those are your babies now? Your new babies? I've never had a little dog. I'm wondering, T-Dub, if they have. I've done electric shock therapy for my feet before to keep them from drooping. Like, like they would shock them and I would pull them back every time they would shock them. They're like, okay, we're going to shock them. And then I would pull back on my muscles, like, pull back on my feet. I'm hoping I woke up with this. I just woke up and my foot felt like it had like a cramp in it, or like a Charlie horse, like a real bad Charlie horse. And it was just numb. It's been numb ever since 18th of July 18th. So I had to go to the doctor. Now I go to another doctor. I went to my orthopedic surgeon. He said metal's fine. Now we're going on to podiatrist. And then after the podiatrist, I go to a neurologist too. My same neurologist. So hopefully he's not going to go see me we're doing it over the computer, and I'll put my foot up on this desk. I won't care. Oh, I'm sorry, Texas Ranger. Oh, I'm sorry, Richard. Oh my gosh, both of them. That is brutal, Richard. Oh my gosh. Virtual hug for you. That's so sad. Your wife and your dog? Man, that makes me so sad. You know what? Like, that kind of happened with my mom. She lost her dog, but it was a few years after, but still. Abigail said, I have an autoimmune disease attacking my nerves. Oh, I have had infusions to slow the disease down, but sooner or later I will be in a wheelchair. I'm losing the feeling in my feet, legs, hands. Abigail, I feel you. That's where I'm losing. I've lost it in my face, which I have metal there too, which I knew. I don't have feeling in my foot right now. Side of my leg, but I never thought in my foot. I never thought of having nerve damage in my feet. If that makes, if I'm naive to have thought that with all of the trauma I had to my legs, then and to my foot, so be it. But yeah. And I asked the orthopedic surgeon what he kind of thought. I was like, do you think this could be nerves? Like, and I tried to not say from the metal, because he doesn't want to say it's his work that did it. I said, because I had compartment syndrome, and he was like, like, kind of like, yeah. So what is that, Mia? Is that a bug? Where'd that bug come from, Mia? There's a bug on the floor. She won't eat it. She doesn't eat bugs. She's just as bad as me. Get my shoe, Mia. She flipped it on its back. I don't know what it is. How did I get it? It's like a little, Little something. We haven't even had the door open. Where'd that thing come from, Mia? She's well, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna get this little bug. I don't know what this thing is. Oh, I don't even know if it's a bug, actually. It's not moving. What is it, Mia? I don't want to touch it. There was that fly that was in here. I didn't get it. I didn't kill it the other night, like I said I was going to. But I was in their bathroom today. And it was sitting like around this thing, and I was like, and then it wouldn't fly away. Like I was like trying to go close to it, and like I was almost touching it. It was on its last leg. So I made Vincent come in and get it. Even a fly. Like I'm so scared of bugs. So scared of life. Oh, Candace, I'm sorry. Unknown reason. Hey, Mia. Oh man, I better go before Vincent, or I don't know how you guys do it. Like my mom lost my dad. My dad was 47. That's very young. You know, and they were together for 30 years. And seeing my mom go through all of what she went through, my heart goes out. Like sincerely. I've said this before on the channel. It took my mom 6 years before she could say my dad's name without crying. So very sad. Too young. Yeah, TW. My brother is my dad's age right now. It freaks me out. It freaks me out so bad. There's a fly on my head. Better not be. Better not be. No. Oh man. No, there was a fly in that bathroom. I was like, it'll go when it's ready. Listen to me. You guys are probably like, what does she have at her house? Oh my gosh. But it's just because it's summer. Oh, that is a little bug. Look at it. It's just like a little, it looks like a lightning bug. Araya, get this, Riley. Riley, come here, Riley. Look. Come here, Riley. Come on. This one back here now, she'll eat it. She likes to eat. Oh, it stopped. She likes to eat bees. It's her thing. So, and she's crazy. I'm gonna get her all out of that bed when I get up. Look, she's like, I don't want to do anything. She's relaxing. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. I've been on here for like an extra half hour or longer, just chatting. But I appreciate you guys being here. I will see you guys all tomorrow night at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If I'm come on during the day, I will try to put it on the community tab. But if not, just make sure you have your alerts set to on. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. If I really want to do a video on the second channel. Maybe we could do something like trauma related over there, because I have tons of stuff we can talk about over there too. All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye, guys.